I'd like to introduce ourselves. My name is Abstract, and with me here is IC Baby 12, and we will be your casters for today.
Thank you so much here. It's going to be a pleasure here to share alongside the desk with our best caster from Singapore. And unfortunately, I'm not worthy enough to call myself the best from Malaysia. But still, I'm looking forward to see one of the best, Bullet Angel players out there. It's been a while. This brings me back down towards memory lane. Well, almost 10 years now. I've seen a lot of these games. But how good has it become? I'm looking forward to see how the Indonesia side is going to be duking it out. However, Abstract, I know you're giving me the jizzles. You are the best casters. I'm gonna bring it up all the way through. I know you're a little bit shy. Don't worry.
No.
You want to keep going? He's the most handsome. He's got the sexiest eyes. He's got the sexiest glasses. But most importantly, the best in Singapore. Not JB, but Singapore only lah. And some say Batang, but yeah.
Well, stretching it a little bit too far. But hey, I'll take any form of compliments. But I hope that it doesn't make my head bloated a little bit too big. Because now we are in the realms of Bullet Angel. And unfortunately for IC Baby and I, we are not too, familiar with Bullet Angel. And of course, we are not veterans in any cases. So for all of the viewers out there, you may hear a little bit of callouts that may be different from the competitive sense, because at least for us casters, we have our different kind of callouts, and looking at how the game is, hope that you guys will be able to understand and of course familiarize it together with all of us. But for now, let us just pause down a little bit and take a look at the schedules that we've got planned out for you guys, because we have 4 teams that will be going in and of course duking against one another. And of course, game number 1, who do we have here, IC Baby?
Yep, the first match we are going to be having here is going to be between both ENMA Galaxy going up against ENMA Olympus from the first semi-finals brackets. And later on, we are going to be seeing ARCHANA Nice Try going up against ENMA 4S. So whoever wins their respective matches, they will be duking out for the grand final spot. However, that's the interesting fight here. Even though the top 2 will be representing from Indonesia, that is going to be the key objectives to the tickets. I must say, first place, second place, third place, and fourth place has his fair share of rewards as well. Abstract, why don't you guys let the audience know what it is?
Well, before I jump in and talk about too many stuff, I think that the main thing I want to talk about also is the fact that we have 3 teams from ENMA, and that's not something that we see all the time, right? So having 3 teams from ENMA pretty much means that they are the one and only, and of course one of the strongest teams. I would probably believe, at least when it comes to the Indonesia finals, who is going to be the one to come up on top, and so on and so forth. And to go back onto your question, which I have completely forgotten about.
Don't worry, I got you. Okay, I got you. So basically, very simple. 2 plays. Okay, the top 2 will be representing Indonesia to compete against the other regions in the Country C finals, which is going to be happening in this weekend. The first place here is going to be walking away with 20,000 gems. Second place, 12,000 gems. Third place, 8,000 gems. And fourth place will be getting 5,000 gems in total. That's a lot of gems being given away here from Bullet Angel.
That's a lot. So honestly, at this point in time, whichever teams that we see going online and literally going to be streamed on the games, they will go back home with a couple of gems. In fact, not really a couple, but a decent-sized bag of gems, depending on their performance today. All in all, they gotta have to do whatever that they can in order to score themselves towards the grand finals, because the grand finals is, after all, the place and, of course, the bracket that they would want to find themselves into. Because not only that they gotta have to play in the country qualifiers, if they make their way over to the top 2, which IC Baby has already said, they will advance over to the Southeast Asia finals, and that also have an exclusive rewards for them on top of the rewards that they can get from winning in the country qualifiers. So make sure you guys listen to this, because we have first, when it comes to the first place team, when it comes to the Southeast Asia finals, they will be walking back home with 40,000 gems, followed by 25,000, 15,000, and 10,000 respectively for second place, all the way until fourth place. They will also get exclusive title for first place and third place. Throughout the live stream, we will have some CD keys thrown over to you guys. So make sure you guys keep your eyes peeled, and of course, take a look at the bottom of the stream. Every now and then, you may see the CD keys. How many we are throwing out, I am not quite sure.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be giving a lot for you guys here. But of course, one of the biggest prize here, I must say, it's not just about getting top 2 or top 3 here coming from quarterfinals. I feel like the biggest bragging rights got to be making it towards the C finals, getting the top 3, flexing and the exclusive title. That's got to be the biggest flex ever. Like, imagine this, no amount of money can buy you that anything. We've got money to buy skins, we've got money to buy cosmetics, anything you want to do. But what money can't buy? Exclusive titles. The top 3 is going to be, I must say, 15 players is going to be being able to flex into the game, in the Bullet Angel community. That's a pretty good one, right? I must say.
Yeah, I would say so, yes. Imagine having such an exclusive title within the game and the realm of Bullet Angel. And you start to see that kind of title. You know that your game will either be really good if he's in your team, or really bad if he's in your opponent's team. That kind of stuff definitely happens. Now, let us just explain a little bit more onto the format as well. Today, we will be looking at the country qualifiers, at least within the realms of Indonesia. So it will be a single elimination. So understandably, a little bit punishing, but it's not so bad because we will be looking at the games, or rather the series, in terms of best of 3. And within the search and destroy missions, we are also going to be looking at a first to 5. So literally a first to 5 within a best of 3. Whichever team has managed to make their way over to 2 games with 5 points in the bag, well, they're going to advance over to the grand finals.
Yeah, it's very it's pretty straightforward map. Everyone is gonna make sure about getting their positions here. They're gonna make sure about getting a couple of good rounds, especially in the first series here. And I must say, nobody wants to lose. It's not exactly a double elimination format. It's just whoever loses it, they all lose their spot immediately. So it's pretty much a winner take all situation where whoever wins, you are going to get the ticket guaranteed in this series. So I'm looking forward to see how it goes. But as of now, we are going to be taking a very, very short break and try and set things out for you guys. And once we come back, we'll be having the games for you guys here. Once again, you guys are watching the Bullet Angel Challenger Series 2 Indonesia Finals. We'll be right back right after this break.
Is he gonna take down one? He's gonna take down two! Oh no, he's gonna miss his shot here, but one more shot down, spacing here, and gets a double kill as well. But then he falls down, Tiger. 1 versus 3, very difficult situation. He's gonna get sandwiched down by Denver, Holy, and Wolf. He's getting all the kills right now, the double kill from the side of the deal. GGWP to PGA. Looking at angles, takes down Wolf, and that will be the third point from the side. Defending side or the blue side, and already first blood coming in, and a follow-up kill coming in for 4 members here. Woohoo! 9 kills, 3 deaths, and 1 stab taken out. Senzo Rosento trading off here again in long A. Take a look onto the opponents of the X-Blockers. Striker and Zento takes out the kills on a couple of trading kills already, but then the striking numbers in X-Blocker, leaving on the MRX and Rambo left alive, but with the triple kills. MRX takes down Senzo with MRX with a double kill as well right here. Holding on the ground with a triple kill. Oh my goodness, strong loser. MRX is on fire with Tom with a double kill as well. Dude, this guy is just a beast. Going in already with the first blood. Oh, he's just pushing in like a boss right now. With double kill onto Edward and Senzo. What a play!
Welcome back to the Bullet Angel Challenge Series 2 Indonesia Finals. My name is ICBaby12. Joining with me, the best caster from Singapore, we have Abstract, as we will be your commentators for today. And yes, this is going to be an ongoing one from us for a very, very long time. But as of now, you guys are watching your favorite teams, because as of yet, the first matchup for today, it is going to be between ENMA Galaxy going up against ENMA Olympus here, Abstract.
Well, looking at the lineup, it does seem like we have quite something for us. And yes, both teams comes from ENMA, so we don't really know what to expect at this point in time. Who is going to be the one that's better? Is it really going to be Galaxy or is it going to be Olympus? This is, in some sense, a rivalry match because the two of them is literally trying to fight it out to head over to the finals. Which ENMA is the one that will move on? Well, we gotta have to wait and see. Is it really gonna be Galaxy or is it gonna be Olympus?
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be the Civil War. But ladies and gentlemen, here we are going to be starting off with the first game for today. As of now, on your left POV is going to be ENMA Galaxy, and on your right is going to be ENMA Olympus.
And just looking at things, it does seem like we do have one of my favorite maps incoming for this game. And, well, I'm not too surprised looking at this. This is going to be ECE that will be working out for us, while ENMA Galaxy, it does seem as though that ENMA Galaxy is going to be playing right on the CSG, while ENMA Olympus is playing onto SLC, working their way through a really nice divided line going through from both sides, but Olympus have already got one person being knocked down, which is pretty unfortunate if you ask me, but it is still pretty early into the game. We still have 2 more minutes left, and none of the SLCs have decided to plant a bomb, and it does seem like they are just going to be somewhere within of stairs and just not really making their way anywhere just yet.
Yeah, I like this passive approach coming in from ENMA Galaxy here. They want to get their healths up a little bit more before they actually go for the push. They've actually taken out 3 members, and it is going to be a 4v2 situation. And Galaxy has an overwhelming lead as of yet. However, Govi here, he might be a little bit careful. He needs to be extremely careful because he's not looking at the right direction, as there are players who's kind of lurking around him as well.
As we have Govi. It's literally just going to be making full use of the third person perspective, trying to look around if whether there's going to be anyone within of A main. Doesn't seem like it is going to be the case just yet though, but, oh sorry, B main rather, and it's just going to be making their way through. Doesn't have anyone to work around with. Both teams playing it really slow, but ENMA Olympus is finally going to be making a move as they're just going to be bumping right on top of B. They managed to eliminate one or few of these members. A little bit of flashbang thrown over to the side of the opponents, but none of them is just going to be connecting just yet. Govi left alone together with Stars. The C4 at least will be planted onto the side of A, and that is just going to be working their way through onto B side.
Yeah, that's a big win as well. But it seems like they will finally flush out the last members coming from ENMA Olympus. They will take the lead as of yet. But now, game number 2, this is going to be something that ENMA Olympus, they need to rethink their strategy, because they got picked off rather early as well with a double push from the sides, especially coming from ENMA Galaxy. And they still went in for the challenge. It seems like they might need to rethink their strategy a little bit more, considering how patient ENMA Galaxy is in this round.
And now, Olympus have decided to split themselves into 2, with two people heading their way over to stage and then onto mid. Quite a good amount of them is right onto mid, but for the side of CSG, none of them is actually trying to contest for mid, while they are mostly trying to contest to make their way right onto A main. They're not going to be picking up any fights just yet, but a couple of SLC members has already dropped their HP all the way down to an all-time low. Pretty much the critical health, namely speaking about Fabio, but he can go for the heal. Hopefully that he'll be able to dance his way through and get his health right back to spiffy.
Yep, it seems like they're taking a little bit safer approach now, knowing that their rivals are people who actually understand their ins and outs in terms of strategy. So playing it safe is going to be the right play to go. However, EMJ getting a very nice 2k all by himself. He tags up pretty hard now, but he will pay with his life. But he takes 2 with him. However, the fight will continue as it seems like a Galaxy is going to be going for the push, and they will continue to flush him out. But they're a little bit low. Fabio looking for the clutch as well, trying to go for the trade-offs, and they are going to go for hunts and hunts and hunts as Olympus will try to survive this. Unfortunately, will not be able, as ENMA Galaxy will prevail in game number 2.
Completely sandwiched out. I really like what exactly Galaxy has done in the previous round, right? They did manage to send R1Z to push all the way to SLC base, and of course trying their absolute best to get a sandwich action going on. And when it comes down to it, 2 of the members coming from the SLC has been pretty much sandwiched inside of A main, while S1 was just inside of library. Although he's not really taking much hits or taking any shots at all, the enemies knows that someone is behind, and quite a big amount of people is going to be in front of them. All in all, great work coming from Galaxy. Olympus gonna have to work their way up here.
Yeah, ENMA Olympus finally taking a different approach here. The AWP comes in. Unfortunately, will not be able to do too much, as Correct will be able to flush him out. That's going to be a very unfortunate round. However, he's got the information. He's dancing his way through. He scouts out 2 members. A nade comes in to try and flush him out, as Olympus is going to be going to flush him out of the zone. and that's gonna be him bailing out, conceding the side for Yen. But Corey, he scores another one, and he's gonna be taken down eventually, but he's got the damage done.
With 4 members left on the side of SLC, 4 members also left from the side of SESG. The game is telling it out pretty nicely while the smoke's just gonna be popping right down to the A main. They can't exactly find, at least for the SLC, they can't really quite find the entry point into B side, which is pretty unfortunate, but one way or another, they will find the way. I do see that we have a single member that's just gonna be heading his way over to library, or rather, he's just in between of mid ramps and trying to head his way through onto closer to mid, perhaps, but I'm not exactly sure what exactly is going to be their main point of entry. What exactly must they do? With 1 minute and 10 seconds left, they are leaning towards B, and they are not going to give up any hope in trying to attack on B just yet.
Yeah, I like this discipline play coming from ENMA Galaxy, especially when they know they are on the defender side. All they gotta do is just wait out of time, and now having the last 1 minute left in the clock here, they've got to go all in for Olympus. Meanwhile, you can see a battery running guns coming in, but Corey OP still survives. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets another one. He's just taking them all out. Corey OP just completely pushing back on Emma Olympus, and that another one again for Corey. He's got 4 kills. He's looking for the ace. That's gonna be the last kill, but unfortunately, does he get it? No.
It was a stole. It was a steal. That was sad, but hey, in the end, Blood Angel is a team game after all. 4 kills? Yeah, it's great, but 5 kills? Man, that's overrated. Might as well just go for the win, and that is exactly what is going to be going on for ENMA Galaxy. With 3 games in a row, they're putting quite a lot of momentum on top of themselves, and for ENMA Olympus, they have tried attacking onto B side for quite a lot of times. They have yet tried to make their way over to H Cafe, or perhaps even to E Cafe, to make their way inside of bomb side A, which is kind of weird, right? Because bomb side A, it is looking like a pretty good side to try to take. They have quite a lot of points of entry to go. They can just head their way over to mid stats and then over to connector and try to hold their grounds over there. Not to forget, the U counter also is a pretty good point to stay in a turtling position. So it's gotta take some more guts from the side of SLC in order to put a little bit of a difference, and of course, something that will put Galaxy down.
No, that's the thing, right? ENMA Olympus, they've tried twice now to try challenge against Correct OP as well as ENMA Sober in that sense. But it's just so hard for them to actually push in. And I like that they actually switch up the strategy in round number 4. They try to go for A side instead of B. And hopefully this is going to be the better chance, because right now they're looking down mains, hoping to get a couple of punishes. But so far, seeing how ENMA Galaxy has played in 3 rounds in a row, they're just so disciplined. They don't ego challenge. They just pick with their angles really, really safely as well. And it's so difficult for them to actually get any sort of pickoffs, especially coming from Olympus.
It's really tough for any of these teams to make the first move. Understandably, because Blood Angel is a first-person shooter, but also have a couple of elements of third person. And of course, that comes down to dancing. Once you go for the dance, you can look around the corners, and that is pretty much the tough thing, right? You can catch your opponents completely off guard if it decides to play it fast, but in the end, you gotta have to expect where the opponent is. Is it really gonna be on the far left, or is it really gonna be on the far right? Which is usually quite a gamble to make if you want to go for the 50-50. But for now, Fabio kickstarts the game, kickstarts the fight, right on the kill onto Sober, and Stars immediately moves his side onto the trucks, and of course the cars, and he did manage to bring 1 person down though. Neko completely pushed right over to the side or close to back truck, but in the end, he still managed to hold himself down, correct? Completely flourishing with his gun and looking for another one, successfully getting himself a total of 3 kills, and Neko with 2 kills of his own. SLC is just not working well, and Olympus has unfortunately lost 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, they've got the right idea. They try to go for the mid control. They try to get a little bit more position to go for a very, very fast bomb plant. However, as soon as they did that, they just could not get the position to actually secure the site properly, and you could see multiple times they were literally out in the open. Easy takes here coming from Olympus to actually shut them, from Galaxy to actually shut them down in the game number 4.
Moving right on. This is going to be a slightly more aggressive fight from the side of ENMA Olympus. Most of them has decided to push themselves all the way to the 50 line, to the point that we have 2 of ENMA Olympus that has had their way over towards the E-Cafe. They didn't want to overextend their lead though, so in the end, it is going to be Galaxy. They found their way completely pushing right out, and in the end, they're still holding themselves pretty darn well, not gonna lie. While Lang is just gonna be holding himself right inside of bomb side A and just gonna be waiting for someone to eventually come through. The discipline is out of this world.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, it's very CT-sided to a certain degree. You know, playing on the defense, right, it seems like ENMA Olympus, they've got the opening, but with this huge lead coming from Galaxy, they can still mess around a little bit here. They've lost 1 member, they went for a 1-for-1 trade, but when it comes to attacking 2 different sides, trading 1-for-1 is definitely going to push I would say red side a little bit better compared to the blue side.
So far, right, the way that SLC has been playing is kind of unfortunate, right? They've just been holding themselves out. They do not want to get themselves into any form of contact against the enemy, trying to get a little bit of information where the opponents could be, but unfortunately, everyone would just be dancing their way, and honestly, you won't get any information that way. You gotta have to pick out a little bit and just kind of force the opponents out of hiding in order to land all those shots and perhaps even make their way over to victory. But hey, I'm talking about the team that has managed to get themselves 4 rounds in a row, so well, it's kind of bad for me to be able to say that because they did so well. But heading their way into SLC, maybe, just maybe, they have something a little bit different for us. And this kind of disciplined play, defensive play, may be able to reap some rewards and sow some fruits.
Yeah, it seems like Sober is being tagged up pretty hard from side Galaxy, and they don't exactly have a lot of time. 40 seconds left, they've got to push aside eventually, but waiting on Sober is going to be an extremely risky attempt here coming from Galaxy, but they've got to make it. It's going to be a do or die. It seems like they are looking down mid. They haven't exactly secured themselves a great spot to be in as well, but it seems like they are going to make an attempt.
No.
OP gets a very nice push as well with 20 seconds left on the clock. They've got the bomb to secure the site. It seems like he will pay the price. They do not get the trade. Those is still left. He needs to drag them down as long as they can, and he got the kill. Sober comes in eventually. He's a little bit too low. C4 eventually planted on towards A. That was a very desperate attempt. However, it is going to be a 1v2 situation. Nib trying to heal himself up. He gets the information. They've got the advantage, but all they gotta do is just play it slow. It seems like they are playing for their time. They are gonna put Galaxy in a very awkward situation. But now, he's gonna go for a push. He gets the 1v, but it is gonna be a 1v1 now. But look at how Galaxy's playing. He's just buying time. He's just ignoring. He's just buying a little bit more time. With 5 seconds left, and the defuse.
No time? Time?
Does he have the time? Yes, he will. What a clutch coming from those.
Amazing plays coming in from Olympus. A 1 versus 2 game that was made possible because of the fact that we're looking at the final member that's just going to be heading his way from one side to another. Unfortunately for the side of Galaxy, they have decided to play on both of the openings within of A side. So what they have done in the end is just that they didn't really quite try to hold their own within a single place, or they tried to go for any form of refrags. In the end, they allowed the opponents to go for 1 versus 1 duels, which is unfortunately one of the amateur mistakes, I would say, or maybe it was just pretty much the pacing of the game that couldn't allow them to do that. So it's a little bit rough, but hey, just 1 round over to Olympus is not too big of a deal after all.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I really like how Galaxy played that. It was just extremely smart of them. They waited out. They got for an early 1v1 trade, made it 4-4. They actually put Olympus in a very uncomfortable spot where they had to split 2 in B and 2 in A, and it gave a Galaxy so much room to work with. But it's just really unfortunate that when they tried to whittle down towards the time, Sober was a little bit too low to join the party, and they were forced to push in 3-man. But now, however, when it comes to trade-offs, again, Fabio will trade off OP, correct, also trading off Fabio, and this is the exact same strategy that Galaxy is doing again for game 1.
That is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. The scoreline is now equalized. Most of the members coming from ENMA Galaxy have decided to make their way more towards B side, with one person just going to be hiding himself within of library, and the rest is just going to be finding themselves right onto middle. So they're still finding a way to eventually bump it right up. But a little bit closer to stats, there could be a possibility that they would want to rotate over to A side. But looking at our point of view, it may actually be a pretty bad mistake because actually there's only one of them that's doing that. The rest of the members coming in from the side of the ENMA Galaxy have made their way over to A, and they're still going to be holding out as much as they can and try to whip out every single lead right onto the side of the enemies. And looks like Nico is doing pretty darn well by himself. He did get a single kill by himself, and Korek with double kill onto his name.
Oh my goodness, that was a pretty sick push coming from ENMA Galaxy here, but at the same time, they do scout out the movements coming in. Neko knows exactly where they are. He's gonna try and draw attention away to try and bait out for EMJ to make a little bit of plays for the team. By making it to 2-1, he goes for a Cray. He gets a revenge bow. He gets it down low, but info. He gets that pre-run. He's gonna go ring around roses, but eventually Stars will clutch it out and makes a comeback and gets the defuse. And there's gonna be 2-4 in hands of Olympus. It seems like being on the defender side does have its advantage here, Abstract.
Indeed. The retakes coming from Olympus, you can pretty much tell that they have been trying to scour for all of that information every now and then. One person that was literally just going to be playing right by the hedge, he was just outside, baiting things out and trying to look for the right place to enter. And of course, whoever that is just trying to get their way in is doing the same thing. Just gonna be hiding himself right by connector. The other one just gonna be running around by music. It's in the end pretty good job. They had the bait, they had the info, and from that point on, whoever that was inside of counter, they don't really have any more idea as to how they should be fighting it out once that 2 versus 1 happens, and whoever that was hiding right on the edge, you couldn't come in to go for the backups.
Yeah, that was really tough to play, but that's the thing, right? Even though ENMA Galaxy, they were losing out in terms of numbers, that surprise defense coming from Nimbo as well as Neko was just insane, you know? But as of yet, it seems like the sniper shots are going to be coming in. They are going to be smoking his way through. But look at this, Fabio taking a little bit damage and the rush comes in. Does he get the trade-off? No, Korek beats him up with a jumping shot. Almost paying his life, but he opens up for the team. This might be the nail to the coffin here. However, the hunt continues and Korek, he still survives. He gets another one by himself. Oh my goodness. What a play coming from Galaxy. However, it's not over yet as Olympus, they've got 3 members, but it seems like the odds are it's just not in their favor right now.
Right, with 2 kills to their name, this round is definitely gonna be a really good round. Do note that we are looking at match point over to the side of ENMA Galaxy. They have choked out for 2 rounds in a row, and now that they have a 5-man, they have 5 men with them, so that is going to be 2-man lead. This man advantage is definitely going to get themselves somewhere, and especially if they would want to just bank it all in within a single side, they can definitely do that. But unfortunately, most of them have decided to move themselves 2 to A and 2 to B. I can't see the one more. I think the one more is actually over at A side. So I'm not too sure if whether the ones at B is actually going to be playing as Folly or just literally just going to be baiting things out. But A side is already making, is pretty much making his move. Korek moves right in, and Nico takes a kill. Nymph takes a kill as well, leaving one last member onto the side of ENMA Olympus. And Lang, he has got to do something all by himself to deter this aggression against 4 other people.
Yeah, it's going to be 1v4. It's going to be a tough one, but can he make the dream work? C4 will be planted on towards A side. It seems like Olympus is in a very, very much more comfortable spot compared to the previous round. And Lang lurking behind. He's going to be able to scout Korek eventually, but Korek is a little bit too low, but seems like he's going to make the aggressive move. Pre-fires comes in, but Korek is going to be baiting him up. Seems like the tags are not going to be good, but he gets tagged up pretty hard, and they know they've got the advantage, and now they go into the further push, and Galaxy, they will take this round.
Well. A little bit unfortunate over to the side of ENMA Olympus. I would say that the starting onto the CSG definitely helped quite a lot, especially since that they had got the initial advancements, and with those advancements and advantages, they can always just make their way, win the first few rounds, and then once they move over to SLC, which is understandably gonna be slightly difficult, but hey, alas, they did manage to win it out only after losing 2 rounds in a row, which honestly isn't too big of a deal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It seems like defensive side seems to be the stronger one for that particular map. And on top of it all, I must say Korek has been extremely smart in his decisions here. His decisions to jump, go in for the peak, bait out a couple of shots here and there. He was able to land it up very, very nicely here. So I'm looking forward to see more from him a little bit more towards the upcoming games. But him almost getting the ace, ooh, it's gotta hurt, man. It's gotta hurt.
With ENMA Olympus getting themselves game number 1. That is going to be propelling them a lot further over to the grand finals. Do note that this is going to be a best of 3. So Olympus gotta have to do the same kind of thing and just replicate their win, their result over to their opponents. And as long as they are able to do that, I wouldn't be too surprised if they will be able to win against Galaxy with a 2-0 trump, because let's be honest, both of these teams, they look pretty darn strong. But however, Olympus, they do have their marksmanship, and there has been a couple of times whereby they showed their superiority in terms of that marksmanship. And unfortunately for Galaxy, there has been times whereby their positioning was pretty decent. I'll give it that. But unfortunately, when it comes to coordination, just not quite intact.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The decision making coming from Olympus is very unique in a sense where they play extremely defensive and they really rely on their positioning for each other's teamwork, which was very interesting to watch because there were multiple instances Galaxy was struggling to push their way through. Hopefully, they will be able to gather from what they've learned from game 1 and try and rethink the strategy here. How do they tackle this very defensive play style coming from Olympus, I guess, Abstract?
All in all, I'm pretty sure that all of you guys are excited to see what this semifinals game is going to be like. But unfortunately, we will be going in for a short little break. And once we are back, we'll be giving you guys the second game of this best of 3 between ENMA Galaxy versus ENMA Olympus.
Snappy.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Blood Angel Challenger Series number 2. We managed to see some amazing action coming in from this Indonesia qualifiers, at least for the first game. And of course, ENMA Galaxy versus ENMA Olympus, with Olympus taking themselves game number 1 of this best of 3 series. The biggest question is it going to be a 2-0 or will the game cut be to be a little bit longer with Galaxy getting the next game? I don't know, but we gotta have to see. But before that, my name is Abstract, and with me here is ICBaby12, and we will be your casters for this Challenger Series.
Yep, I'm looking forward to see how Galaxy is going to be taking this approach here, because they've got a little bit of break. 15 minutes is a lot of time for them to actually rethink their strategy on how they're going to be playing against Olympus. We did see a signs of coming from Galaxy, especially when there was the second half of the game. So I'm definitely looking forward to see how well they adapt when they take on this second game of series here. So overall in general, I feel like one of the biggest standouts got to be Corey, coming from ENMA Olympus, right? Like he's popped off really well in 1v4 situations. He didn't exactly do a lot of standoffs, but I think one of the biggest setbacks in terms of morale boosters was that Galaxy, they lost 2 rounds straight. The first 2 rounds challenging against Korek, which I feel like Korek just completely destroyed their offense. And I feel like ever since that round, it seems like ENMA Galaxy was a little bit tilted. It might be more more mentally affected to a certain degree.
Maybe it was more of like the tempo,
yeah.
I believe.
I feel like it was something like that they was troubling them, but they bounced back when they played second half. So that was something that was really enjoyable to watch. Hopefully in game 2, this is where they make a little bit better of a comeback, and they will find a way to deal with Korek. Or maybe even the first game, the first round, they might need to rethink who or where Korek is actually going to be in terms of his position, and just completely dodge him and just force him towards a very, very awkward position. However, if you're just joining us as of now, you guys are watching the Indonesia Finals right now, and up on screen, this is going to be the players playing here from both ENMA Galaxy as well as ENMA Olympus.
Well, I am very much excited to see what Galaxy have got for us. Or maybe even for the side of Olympus. Who's really going to be the one to come up on top? We gotta have to watch the game in order to find out. But before we jump right on to the game, I believe that the viewers, at least, have been asking for something for the longest time ever. A lot of people have been asking for something called CDK. I wonder what that is. No, I'm just kidding. I really know what CDK means. Alright, so let me just give one to all of you guys. Alright, so we will be flashing one of the CD keys over onto the screen sometime soon. So once it comes out, make sure you guys pick that up. Make sure you guys keep your eyes glued onto the stream, because once it comes out, it will not come back out again. Or will it? Is it gonna be 1 CD key today only, or would it be 2 CD keys or 3, or I don't know. But for now, let us just jump right into this game that we have between ENMA Galaxy versus ENMA Olympus. And it does appear that this map that we're going to be looking at is going to be right in Snowberg.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty interesting one. And I'm looking forward to see how they are going to be duking it out, because from the side of Olympus, they are going to be on the defensive side once again. Somehow they just, get the better stick here. Sorry, Galaxy gets the defender side. However, we are seeing a very quick rush coming in from Olympus, and they're just flushing their way through, suppressing fires after fires, and they just take them all out, and just like that, they take down 3, and I have no idea what's going on, and it seems like Gobi is going to be the next to fall, and just like that, they just completely flush them out. What happened?
Well, I have no idea. All I just know is that at least when it comes to Galaxy, they're really trying to do their absolute best to try to hold things out as a CSG, but in the end, that didn't quite work out for them as much as they wanted it to. But for now, a lot of crazy offenses all across the map right onto A short, and they're really trying to penetrate right into A short, but it just doesn't seem to work out that well for them at all. I do believe that with that all said and done, with that 2 versus 2, with R1Z and Korek left on the Olympus, and for Govi and Dose, being left on the side of Galaxy. They gotta have to work something out here. Galaxy, they're moving their way, and it does seem like one of them has found themselves right into a long and closer to the side of Fragile, right? But R1Z though, R1Z is literally just going to be playing right onto SLC base, and although I would say that it is surprising that it's just going to be playing things a little bit slowly and trying to go for the pre-fires right down onto Catwalk, no one is there. Both of the CSG have decided to bank everything that they have onto A side.
Yeah, it seems like they're just playing it very, very slow. But I feel like based on the current situation, it is going to be a 2v2. ENMA Olympus has the biggest advantage just because they can lurk around however as two. However, for Galaxy-wise, I think the smarter choice is going to be sticking together and then hope to challenge them in 2v2 fight. Regardless of or whatever circumstances, do not split your forces 1A and 1B because that is just gonna give it to you're just gonna give the advantage to Olympus for sure.
I absolutely agree with that. The one thing that they should do is just hold it out and do whatever they can as a 2. Do not give the opponents any form of man advantage, and even if the opponents have decided to make their way over to B, yes, you can let them plant. You can always try to go for the retakes, which is exactly what we are about to see here with ENMA Olympus popping right off. They did manage to get the C4 planted down, and the rest of Galaxy is just slowly making their way over. Govy heads himself right onto Tetris, and then back onto right back onto the gates. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be as easy as it sounds. One of them is just gonna be hiding themselves right behind E-Box, and another one right onto Heavens. He's gonna go for 1v1, and in the end, it is gonna be Olympus that managed to floor it with that verticality, and it's just absolutely amazing with what Olympus have got for themselves, and they didn't even lose a single man in that 2 versus 2 fight.
Yeah, fantastic defense. Like Galaxy, you can see the desperation coming from Galaxy. The bomb was ticking down towards the final 20 seconds, and they were so desperate in the sense that they needed to force a trade-off, and they made so many attempts. It just took almost forever to actually take one down. However, the game will continue with Olympus taking the clean 2-0 as of round and round. But very cheeky pick-off coming in from X-Lang. Very aggressive push. Opens things up for Galaxy. However, the trade-off comes, and they are looking in the wrong direction. A big round here coming from X-Lang HS, and he knows exactly where Ritz is, and he is gonna go in for the pressure. They are not letting this slide, and he will get in for the hunt. Can he get the last tag? No, he does not, and that's gonna be Ritz escaping with his near their life.
3 versus 4 now. Olympus, although they have the man disadvantage, I do believe that they will be able to climb themselves right out of this pit one way or another. With one of Galaxy's members that's just going to be pushing right down on the Fragile, it's going to be looking more towards SLC's base, but unfortunately it's not going to be as easy as it sounds. I do see it as though 2 of Olympus, one of them being Korek, is slowly making his way and closer over to Fragile. Doesn't seem like they have any eyes onto that one flank member just yet, but he's really close though. With R1Z, his HP dropping all the way down low, but he should be able to dance his way over to victory and getting himself a good little health boost, and that will be, and because that is the kind of play that Galaxy is going to go for, right? Playing things slow. So that will allow Olympus to get himself right back onto a healthy, fresh slate before trying to attack onto any of these sides, be it A or B.
Yeah, definitely. They've got to play it very, very slow. But as of yet, we do see Galaxy. They are sending up one member to look
the
far
C4.
deep, and that's going to be a big one. And that's going to be them marking on towards the C4 as well. And seems like Olympus in a very difficult position. They've got to go in for the retake. They've got 40 seconds left. They have to retrieve the C4, and they've got to make a run. And as you can see, XO, they do scout out rotations coming in, pre-fires on his way. But unfortunately, he's just playing patiently. They know they've got the advantage here. Galaxy, but no, the trade-offs comes in. How? Olympus, they've done it. They've got the pick-off, and they did get the C4, and they are going to be pushing in towards A side potentially. And now the spray comes in. It all comes over to a 1v1 here. Now they are know where he is. Korek, can he come up on top? No! Govy will make the comeback.
Well. 1-2. Galaxy somehow finds their way over to victory just because of the fact that they have been playing right in a short. Really unfortunate, I dare say, but it was a really good a really good fight, and I will say that it is a very good opportunity that ENMA Olympus managed to get for themselves, right? Even though they were short on man and of course manpower, they still managed to get themselves and equalize the scoreline in the end, putting the final fight into a 1 versus 1. So they definitely got the firepower, they definitely got the coordination, but when it comes down to clutching things out and clutching the game, it just did not pan out into that dream slate that they really wanted it to.
Yeah, I agree. And as of yet, ENMA Galaxy, they realize that, you know, as long as they take off any other members from Olympus besides Korek, it actually makes it a little bit easier to challenge him, knowing that Korek has been popping off, but still, it was too close to be called comfort. But as of yet, will this strategy continue to work? Because Olympus, they are going to be setting a couple of smokes here. They want to secure the windows. However, Fabio in a very cheeky position to actually contest them.
Oh, Nico managing to find a headshot right onto the door. Right through the smokes, and Korek, one for himself. Fabio, Govi as well as Lang is not going to let the opponents go away unharmed though, as they're just going to be hopping their way over on through, trying to make his way over to the containers. But all in all, it's just going to be left with Korek all alone, jumping right down. He manages to find himself another kill, one on top of another, and have managed to successfully get himself a total of 3 kills right to his name. And of course, the switch will now happen.
Oh, that was just so unfortunate, because if you think about it, Korek was so low, he was getting pressured, but as soon as Korek ran out, he missed the timing and Korek was able to punish him. Oh my goodness, that was just so unfortunate. The timing. However, that just means Olympus will have the advantage of getting Korek now, going for the ego challenge. He gets one, he's gonna go for an aggressive push. Will he get taken down? Yes, he will fall. Now, making towards a 4v4 now. Seems like they are gonna be playing a little bit slow as of yet. Now, seems like, oh wait, what? The comeback comes in, the taps.
Oh my, that was literally one tap onto the face of Nymph. And I would say that it is rather unfortunate due to the fact that Nymph was literally gonna be hiding himself right behind of cover while he's just gonna be healing up while watching his fellow teammate go down to death. Yano now is gonna be the last member remaining though. That is going to be 4 opponents onto the opposite side. So does he really have what it takes to hold it out? The answer is a no. And Galaxy have found themselves with a total of 2 wins to their name. And starting off and winning the first round, that is pretty darn important.
Yeah, it seems like both on the attacker side is going to be favorable a little bit more, but we do see nades being coming in. They are going to go for the mid push again. And this time, Olympus, how will they tackle this here from their perspectives? But Estose, he does scout out movements coming from Olympus. He scouts out too, but seems like he is going to be playing very, very patient here. Not for a nade, he does scout out the location, forces one right, but that's a big tag coming in from Olympus, but it seems like they just want to play patiently again.
Waiting for the perfect time for him to swing right out. It does have the third person point of view, and it's just waiting and looking for anyone from ENMA Olympus to pop right out, but none of them is just gonna be showing up just yet. They do not want to give any unnecessary information over to the opponents, and in the end, all of them is just going to play the waiting game. Turtling up, understandably, will be one of the best things that they can do. But do note that Olympus now, they are going to be onto the CSG side. And we have seen before how Olympus plays on CSG. They are very disciplined. They do not try to be overly aggressive because, understandably, when it comes to Bullet Angel, your opponents are always... Oh! Surprisingly, no one died there. Surprise!
That was close, that was close. But still, it seems like ENMA Galaxy, they're anticipating an aggressive rush coming from Olympus. They've set up a heavy defense down mid, whereas Galaxy, they're still, you know, waiting for opportunity. They need some information going for the push, and it's just, you know, not working out. But the clock is going to be ticking. Eventually, they will need to make the push somehow. And Olympus seems like they're just taking a slow tempo. They do not want to give away any more unnecessary leads to Galaxy to make a comeback. And 50 seconds left on the timer. This is going to be a do-or-die situation for Galaxy here.
Galaxy, most of them is already putting themselves right onto A side. A good amount of them has already found themselves right onto white cons, but it doesn't seem like things are going to be that easy for them to actually break right through. 2-for-2 trade with only 2 members left from the side of Galaxy and 3% on the side of Olympus. They will want to break their way through, but in the end, they don't even need to go for the C4 plant because CSG have decided, the CSG just decided to hold it out in their corners and take the fight for themselves instead of trying to go for the retake, which is rather unfortunate, I dare say. But Olympus, they just need one more round in order to get themselves the win, and do know that they have already won the first game of the series. All they need is just one more round and they will move on to the grand finals.
Yep, but it's not over yet because now it's going to be a 4v4. ENMA Galaxy, they are going to try to do their best. They managed to open things up, tying up the scores in their favor in a sense where they've got the numbers advantage now, but it seems like they are going to be regrouping to make a B attempt, whereas from the side of ENMA Olympus, they might need to concede the site completely. It seems like they've got the information and they are going to be calling the resident members from Olympus to try and retake the side. And Galaxy, they will get the site for themselves, but Olympus, they are playing. So EMJ looking for a cheeky angle, but he did not get the angle, and that's going to be Aslan with the clutch. He gets another one on throw, and that's going to be a big clutch coming from him. But now Olympus 2v4, really tough retake for them.
And there's still one more. He can pretty much see where Nymph is making full use of this pillar. In the end, he himself, all by himself, he managed to hold it out against the members of Olympus. And now the scoreline is just getting himself closer and closer. A little bit scary. But the rest of ENMA Galaxy, it does seem like a lot of them has decided to make their way over to B long. 3 other members heading their way over to middle and coming in close to connector. But it is going to be catwalk that Govi is finding himself in. He's going to be heading himself over to A shot. No information whatsoever. Is there anyone that's going to be right inside of A shot at all? That is the biggest question. Doesn't seem like it though, as most of them have decided to play within A side to play a more defensive stance.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You can definitely feel the vibes coming from ENMA Galaxy. They're feeling a little bit better, and it seems like they're trying to get aggressive, but something is just holding them down. Whereas Olympus, once again, going for the defensive strategy. They dropped the ball a little bit, especially coming from Nim. However, it's not over yet. You know, they still have the advantage. They have to play it safe. You know, they only need 1 round, and that's all it takes. But as of yet, they will lose Ritz, and that's not going to be the opening that they were hoping for, as ENMA Galaxy is going to go in for the push, and they find another one. They will lose Fabio, but the damage has been done. It is going to be a 4v2 situation, and Korek OP is going to be clutching out for a team. Can he do the miracle runners? It seems like he will not, and that's going to be Galaxy tying it up score in round number 2.
Oh man, 4-4. First to 5, and it does seem like ENMA Olympus, despite being under the CSG, they haven't found themselves that right balance, and they unfortunately is unable to keep themselves in the head of the game. They have been losing rounds after round despite being onto the side of CSG, and now Korek is definitely wanting to make his move first right onto connector. He doesn't see anyone just yet, but Govi went straight in, manages to take one down onto the side of Nymph. Dose, him himself is going to go right down while the members were coming from ENMA Galaxy. Govi, his HP currently barely breathing. Never mind, he's not breathing anymore. With currently 4 members still available on the side of ENMA Olympus, and they can actually get themselves healed right up, so no problems whatsoever. The man advantage on the side of ENMA Olympus is definitely going to be a little bit tough for ENMA Galaxy to deal with, and thus they managed to secure themselves onto the side, at least for ENMA Olympus. They secured themselves right onto A side. They made sure that Galaxy can no longer push right in, and that is objective that has been held out against Galaxy.
Yeah, that's going to be a very difficult one for Galaxy, but this is going to be the crucial moment. It's going to be a do-or-die situation. Can they reset everything, or will Olympus get a very easy takedown? Korek is still alive. He's got 13 kills in the bag. That's going to be a huge one for him. However, Fabio is got to be going for the challenge. Korek OP is still holding down the fort. The smoke comes in. He's going to buy a little bit more time for him to retreat, but still 1 minute 20 seconds left on the clock. It seems like ENMA Galaxy, they've got to make an attempt, but it seems like they just don't want to push in down here, and they might consider rotating for the other side. It seems like based on the minimap, they are thinking going for the right side or the bomb side instead. Good
smoke coming just now right onto A short. The rest of the Galaxy, they haven't really found the right angle of attack. It does seem like they want to head their way over to A short though, with one of them just going to be putting himself in there. Two of them now back onto catwalk, while one is just going to be heading himself over to B long. A very aggressive push onto B long though, but he's still going to be holding that out. Stars trying to go for a little bit of one tabs, but didn't really see any targets just yet. Just random spams right through the wall. Didn't really quite connect any of those shots, but it's okay. We're just going to be moving on right down onto B as they try to make their way down to hell, only to find themselves absolutely destroyed by a single member, and that is going to be the power of Nico holding it out, and that is going to be 1 versus 2, and Nico making his way through, and they managed to hold themselves out against a win on Galaxy and Olympus just by the skin of their teeth. Grabbed themselves the final round in, and they are going to move on to the grand finals, while ENMA Galaxy, really unfortunate though, they're gonna be falling short, but it's okay because they are gonna be in here and they are gonna be heading out their way to fight in the bronze match against whoever loses between ENMA 4S versus ARCHANA. Nice try.
That was a really very cheeky play coming from Galaxy as well. They sent a one guy to actually push her down to the short to try and force rotations going to that side, on A side especially. They actually send up 3 guys on A side and leave 1 guy on B side for the retake. They managed to get the opening, the position. Sorry, they managed to get the numbers that they want, but they lost out on the 2v. But that was super unfortunate for Galaxy. But nevertheless, Olympus, they will prevail and they will be your first grand finalist here for the Indonesia qualifier. Yeah.
Well, gonna have to give it a congratulations over to them. And as much as I want to crack open a cold one for our boys from the side of Olympus, I don't have a cold one with me right now. But one thing I can crack on to is opening up some CD keys for you guys. I see a lot of comments. Yes, I see a lot of comments. Don't worry. Here we go. There we go. That is going to be the CD key. So make sure you guys take a look at that. And of course, just go on and faster screenshot that, right? Screenshot and try to either screenshot that, copy and paste that, or literally type it out for everyone to see so that they can copy and paste it within the game client. So you guys earned it for watching the game all the way, for at least for the first semi-finals, because we still have 1 more semi-finals to go, and that is going to be ENMA 4S versus ARCHANA. Nice try. We don't have a lot of information on either of these teams, but considering the fact that we have one of them that's from ENMA, and ENMA Galaxy and ENMA Olympus have shown us such a great game, I'm kind of tilting over to 4S, even though I don't really know what they are capable of.
Hey, you know, do not, you know, who knows, you know, anything can happen this issue. It is
Anything
a tournament,
can happen,
you know, it is a competition. You know, even though you've got the biggest amount of teams participating, you know, odds are in the favor. ENMA might be the ones that, you know, is going to be the #1 team. But that's the thing. When it comes to skill and individual prowess, one team can just destroy them all. So I don't know. I feel like ARCHANA, nice tries, got a good odds as well. Maybe, you know, keeping my hopes up, I guess. Being optimistic, abstract.
I hope so. I really do hope so. So honestly, I'm not too sure what will be in store for us, but that is the CD key. That is the CD key. You guys have been asking for it for the longest time, so make sure you guys grab that as much as you can and as fast as you can. I believe that it is going to be open for anyone to take that. And with that all said and done, that is going to be the first CD key. Do note that I said first, okay? I said first. I'm not gonna say anything else after that, okay? If whether it's the second one or the third one, I don't know. But with that all said and done, with Olympus and Galaxy closing out, I believe that the next game should be coming up real soon. But I believe that I need to ask you a very important question, Ice Baby. Who do you think is going to be the MVP though?
Yo, it's a pretty clear cut, right? Like
Are you gonna say correct?
Yeah, man. Like I'm pretty sure Korek's gotta be the MVP. Like he's got the highest amount of kills. He's got 1v4 situations. He's clutched out really insane rounds. Especially, I believe in game number 2, it was round number, it was 6 or 7, where they were down a member. They were 3 versus 5, and he was able to clutch it out, even up the numbers by 3-3, and then it came down to a 2v1. He won his 1v1 battle and then ran out with only like 20 HP and still clutched it out. That was a pretty sick round coming from Corey. So I feel like he should be the MVP in my opinion, but I don't know yet. We've got to wait for production. And a little bit more hint for you guys watching at home. Or anywhere in this regards, Abstracts did mention it might be the first of many CD keys to come. So I don't know, might be right, Abstract? Yeah, you're smiling. You know, it's an implication that probably there is going to be more keys, isn't it?
I don't know.
Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that snippet, and it gotta mean it. I don't know, man. Like I don't know. That's
My
cool.
name is JF.
Yep, my name's Jeff too. Ladies and gentlemen, here your MVP for the first series here is gonna be none other than Correct OP from ENMA Olympus with a total kill of 27 kills, deaths of 11 and 6 assists. That's gonna be the all-time high as of yet.
Definitely. At least I would say for now, right? Because we don't really have a lot of statistics to work around with. So we gotta have to remember, Correct with a total of 27 kills and a death of 11. That is about 2.2, around 2.2 or 2.3 in terms of KD. I'm not gonna include the KDA by itself, but if we want to go that far, then I think that is almost
near 3.
Almost near 3. In fact, I think that's literally 3.3, right? It should be a KDA of 3.3. So looking very positive onto Correct side, but I'm pretty sure that the rest of the team did an absolutely wonderful job. After all, Bullet Angel is a team game and not an individual game. So once again, I would like to extend my congratulations over to ENMA Olympus. And unfortunately for ENMA Galaxy, they will have to play in the bronze match, which will be played off stream. So we won't be able to find out, or rather we won't be able to watch how the game is gonna go. But we will let you guys know of the information and how that game pans out. And with that all said and done, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna go off for a short little break. And of course, once we are back, the next game of the semifinals will be on stream. Take care.
down one. He's gonna take down two. Oh no, he's gonna miss his shot here. But one more shot now. Spacing here. And gets a double kill as well. But then he falls down, Tiger. 1 versus 3. Very difficult situation. He's gonna get sandwiched down by Denver holding ENMA. Getting all the kills right now in the double kill from the side of the deal. GGWP to PGA. Looking at angles, takes down Wolf, and that will be the third point from the side. Defending side, or the blue side, and already first blood coming in, and a follow-up kill coming in for 4 members here. Woohoo! 9 kills, 3 deaths, and 1 stab. Taken out Senzo Gonzento trading off here again in long A. Take a look onto the opponents of the X-Blockers. Trita and Zenta takes out the kills on a couple of trading kills already, but then the striking numbers in X-Blocker leading on the MRX and Rambo left alive, but with the triple kills. MRX takes down Senzo with MRX with a double kill as well right here. Holding on to ground with the triple kills. Oh my goodness, strong loser. MRX is on fire with Tom with a double kill as well. Dude, this guy is just a beast. Going in already with the first blood. Oh, he's just pushing in like a boss right now. With double kill onto Everett and Senzo. What a play.
Welcome back to the Bullet Angel Challenge Series 2 Indonesia Finals. My name is ICBaby12. Join with me is going to be Abstract, as we are going to be your commentators for today. We've seen the first semi-finals thus far. A pretty insane round, especially coming from ENMA Olympus, taking the W and heading into the grand finals. However, we are going to be witnessing one of their competitors is going to be competing as of yet. It's going to be either between ARCHANA Nice Try as well as ENMA 4S in this next semi-finals. I'm looking forward to see how it all goes here. Abstract, what are your thoughts? What are we going to be expecting here?
Well, one thing's for sure is that we are going to be looking at Dragon's New Lair as the first map that will be played within the series. So how Dragon's New Lair is like is that they can actually play a lot more onto mid controls, and that is at least for the side of CSG. Once they come out from the base, they can immediately make their way over to vending, and that is a very strong place to start playing. Getting themselves to control into stores within of B is also pretty darn important, because when it comes to a bomb plant in B, there's a lot of places that you can actually hide away from and just bait the opponents out when it comes to planting the C4. A lot of open plants can be made possible. So one thing that I can expect is that for whoever is going to be playing an SLC, they will always want to try their best to attack into B side instead of A. We have small little pockets here and there, such as Ninja. We can see people going over to outside A, or perhaps even A long, as a matter of fact. Getting themselves nice little control in B allows them to go around to either B or A in a nice orderly fashion, by one going to upper mid to Ninja, upper mid over to Rams, and then another side on A long, or upper mid can also make their way over the tunnel, store, and then finding themselves onto SLC's window, which can give them a pretty good match to fight with.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how it goes down, especially against now with this new composition here, based on names from ARCHANA Nice Try. We have Zets, Neroy, Frederick, Wheel, as well as Mel. And from the side of ENMA 4S, we have Oreo Beach, ELS Thief,
I'll call it Elstiff, right?
Elstiff, Elstiff. And yep, the game will continue, because it seems like the round will begin in this second semi-finals thus far, and it is going to be ARCHANA Nice Try on the blue side and on ENMA 4S on the red side.
And looking at things, it is definitely gonna be most of the players, at least for the side of the CSG. They would want to play things a little bit more centralized, right? They have sent each and every personnel over to everywhere, but they're banking a little bit more effort into into A side, which I can technically understand, right? Because when it comes to A, it's a lot easier to attack. But for bomb side B, it's a lot easier to defend because of how the map is designed. For A side, you can always just head your way over to mid, and you can have some people in A long, and you can pretty much go for the sandwich and very easily get yourself a nice little win inside of bomb side A. But for now, we've got Zets trying to open things up. Unfortunately, doesn't seem like he will be able to live for another day, while Wheel doing a pretty good job all by himself right inside of outer A. He's literally just going to be weaving in and out, and he did manage to get himself a total of 2 kills, leaving ENMA 4S with only 3 members to play around with.
Yep, and as of yet, we do see ENMA 4S. They are going to be losing out a little bit more, as ARCHANA Nice Try is putting up a pretty decent fight as well. And just like this, they will be able to secure this fight. They have got all the time in the world. They know exactly where they are, and they're going to be setting up rotations coming in. You can see they've also blocked off their exit strategy, and they are surrounded. Very, very easy takedown coming in from ARCHANA Nice Try.
Great game so far. ARCHANA Nice Try. They have been really doing whatever that they can. And of course, it is a pretty good try, I dare say, coming from the side of 4S. Immediately, we're moving on to the next round. And we have controls in mid. While ENMA 4S, we have 2% making their way over to B side. And it does seem like 2% onto A, 1 right down onto middle. And of course, getting yourself to control in middle is pretty darn important. But Mel just gotta be holding out right onto vending. And as long as he doesn't concede this location, no one will be able to make their way over to the middle. Or rather, just going for any forms of backstab.
You know, I swear, you know, camping on vending machine is just one of the best spots to be in here. People will be like, you know, they're just standing onto this wall, you know, nothing much they can do. Meanwhile, you know, Mel is gonna be there sipping a cup of coffee, maybe even get a couple of drinks here and there. That's a pretty nice deal, right, compared to the rest. But however, now back towards the game, we do see rotations coming from A's side. We do see Zeds do scout out pushes, potential push coming from ENMA 4S. But it seems like this is gonna be a very identical strat coming from ENMA 4S. But I don't think they want to double it down, considering that how round one went in that. Yeah, not in their favor at all.
And just like that, ARCHANA, nice try. It's gonna be hitting their way over and just gonna be, or rather, just gonna be staying onto their spot. While MR4S, they will want to approach this fastidiously and trying to break into a really nice wide push from the side of Zeds. It did manage to pop quite a lot of health right on top of TY, and just gonna be popping him right over to the side of the stairs. He realizes that one is incoming, but unfortunately it is gonna be a 2 versus 1 action, but another one have joined in the fray. Wheel came right in, goes for the refrag, but unfortunately MR4S, they have a little bit too much resources banked right into A side, and they are just trying to hold their own as much as possible in this 3 versus 2 matchup.
Yeah, it's gonna be an extremely tough one in the contrary. However, a big win coming in from ENMA 4 as they manage to flush out the spray downs, and that's gonna be them returning the favor. It seems like ARCHANA, nice try, tends to be a little bit overzealous, especially when they have the numbers advantage, and that's gonna be ENMA 4S capitalizing in the situation, but it's not over yet. But it seems like this game is gonna be very much close compared to the first series here, Abstract.
Very much will be. Both of these teams clearly know what they are doing, and they are doing a really good job when it comes to those back and forth, push and pull kind of games, right? So unfortunately, within of Bullet Angel, not a lot of economy is being, or rather, there's no economy that we're gonna have to look out for. It's literally just going to be loadouts upon loadouts and upon of loadouts. So whatever it is, they just don't have to focus too much about carrying forward whatever that they had in the previous round. They just gonna have to give it their all in every single parts of the map. But looking at Mel though, going actually pretty darn aggressive. Not something that I was expecting though. He's literally just gonna be pushing himself right onto the opponents, right down onto upper mid. So that aggressive stance should be able to grant him more vision right onto middle and ensuring that no one will be able to head their way over to A short.
Yeah, it's extremely slow for this particular round, considering that ARCHANA, like ENMA 4S, they went guns blazing great round 1, didn't exactly work out. Round 2, they played it a bit safer, but it seems like ARCHANA, nice try. They have to switch up a couple strategy, but Wheel open things up, takes down Oreo Beach. You see immediately he makes a run for it. Meanwhile, ARCHANA, nice try. They're just fragging across the other side of the map. They tried to force out rotations. Unfortunately, did not work out because everyone from ARCHANA, nice try, just doubling down on B, and that's gonna be Wheel completely destroying them all. What a play coming from ARCHANA, nice try. What a read.
Wow, super aggressive gameplay from ARCHANA, nice try. Now, once they know that they've managed to get themselves a good amount of man advantage, they've decided to just run it down and collapse themselves right onto MR4S and be unable to do anything at that point of time. And Wheel, holding himself amazingly, is just going to be playing right onto B. He's not heading over to CSG window at all. He's just literally just going to be onto bomb site B, trying to deter against the aggressions from the side of MR4S, who apparently has made their way over to the SLC window. They've moved past that and trying to get themselves a small little retreat. I believe that backup from ARCHANA, nice try, did manage to get themselves a good little control right onto B side.
This is a pretty crazy play read coming from View, especially when he actually won out his gunfights on towards the B side, tagging up pretty hard, immediately guessing that, knowing that possibly ENMA 4S is going to be rotating in, and he smells it so well. And this is going to be a perfect setup coming from him. However, does ENMA 4S know that this has happened? They know roughly there is going to be rotations here coming in, but smokes are coming in on his way. They are going to try to stall them in this track. Now, however, not in position to provide the assistance. That says will be taken out for absolutely free from ENMA 4S. But it seems like ENMA 4S, they've got all the time in the world. They can still reset for their health yet.
Unfortunately, right now, Frederick is going to be finding himself in a 1 versus 2 game. Surprisingly, he did manage to win in that duel. Just going to be heading himself all the way back onto the SLC window with only a sliver of health remaining. He wants to back himself right out. Unfortunately, at least for Tai T. Alright, Tide? I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, but for Tai, he is going to be right around the area. He will be able to provide a little bit of the suppressing fire while Frederick healing up away, trying to get himself a nice little lookout on whoever's going to be behind that window. And he's going to be back up, healthy. 4 versus 4 with only 1 minute remaining. What will ENMA 4S do from now?
Yeah, it seems like they're just a little bit confused coming from ARCHANA. Nice try. ENMA 4S, they went for the next reset once again. They danced their way. However, they've only got 40 seconds left in the push. They make a rush on towards the mid control. However, Nero is going to be there, stalling for his time down towards A side. They need to give up control, knowing that ENMA 4S is going to be rushing in. They need to regroup. It's going to be a 3v3. Unfortunate to say, ENMA 4S, they're not getting any sort of involves. However, they will get A side completely. However, every single angles are going to be exposed. Does he get the tag? No, we will shut him down. That puts ARCHANA Nice Try in a very, very comfortable position. Now, EMJ trying his best to survive. Frederick goes in for the flank. He goes in for the assist. He takes them all down. Goes for the reload. 1v1. Now, the bomb needs to be planted. He's got 4 seconds left. He went for the peek and Elstip will take him out. Oh my goodness. That was so unfortunate.
Oh man, that's a little bit of a micro mistake from the side of Frederick. Was a little bit too gung-ho when it comes to picking out his opponent. Right after coming out from the dance animation, he needed to cork his rifle first before he's able to take that fight. And because of the animation, he couldn't even make a single shot down to the opponents, and that is going to go down onto him. The demise just pretty much happened, and there we go. The first half is done. 4-4. We're looking at a pretty aggressive game incoming, and both of them, they are, at least for these two teams, they are pretty much neck and neck. We may be able to see a 4-4 game by the end of round 8.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's just a really crazy round here, especially it came down towards the last final second. Like, Frederick knew that he was gonna lose regardless, but you know, Elstip went in for the pick and just immediately got shut down. That was just super. Sorry, no, it wasn't Elstip. It was Frederick who went for the aggressive pick, knowing that the time was ticking, right? ENMA 4S, they need to plant the bomb. There's only 3 seconds left. I don't think he has enough time, but still, nevertheless, it is still going to be tied, and it all comes down to how ARCHANA Nice Try takes this first round, especially in the second half. But rotations has been spotted out. Jack 4S does see the rotation heading towards A side. But so far, ENMA 4S, they're just not making any sort of movements yet. Else they will get taken out. Zets will open things up from the side of ARCHANA Nice Try. They will have a little bit of room to work with. But Will, as of yet, he's going to try to draw a little bit more attention coming from ENMA 4S to head towards B side. It seems like it is working out. And just like that, ARCHANA, they will flush out A side completely. And that's going to be the site for the taking.
Such an aggressive play coming from San ARCHANA. Nice try. C4 planted down in A. And that is going to be the side where there is a lot of boxes they're going to have to play around with. Unfortunately, when it comes to ENMA 4S, Beach is going to be the last member remaining. And especially since he's going to have to fight against 4 players right now. What exactly can he do? There's really not much he can do. In fact, he's got his back against the wall. The only place they can find himself in is going to be in bomb site B. He can't land a single shot. He knows that there are a couple of people right onto the top of that ridge. But in the end, he managed to take 1. He managed to take 2. But in the end, that is just power overwhelming from the side of ARCHANA Nice Try. And I gotta give it to Beach at least. He didn't give up, and he tried to do whatever they could, even though the chances of winning was really slim.
Oh, that was a pretty sick shot too. He's got the double. Unfortunately, he just did not have the ammunition in his pocket. He just sprayed his way through. And I really like how ARCHANA Nice Try was just respecting that. They just don't want to give away any sort of leads. However, can Operation Fall continue? Because this is going to be the game. Be it ARCHANA Nice Try, Mel and Zeds taking up a little bit too much damage. But as of yet, there's still going to be heavy fires on towards A's once again. Meanwhile, ENMA 4S is going to be setting up 1 guy on towards B to defend.
We've got quite a lot of manpower from San ARCHANA Nice Try, just going to be banking all the way in onto bomb side A. They're just gonna be wandering around A long, making full use of the third-person perspective, while Elstiff holds himself at the top of the escalator. It is going to be a really tight angle once anyone tries to push right in, but a lot of smoke has been set right down, but it doesn't seem like things are going to be that easy for ARCHANA Nitro to actually just bump their way in. Elstiff with 2 kills right on the wheel, as well as that. It is going to be a blind spray through the smoke, and both of them are a headshot. And ARCHANA Nitro is left with one single member by the name of Neroy, and he is going to have to work out some magic here. Is this 1v1 going to be a success? No, it will not. And Elstiff manages to bag in a total of 3 kills to his name.
That was a really sick round here coming from Elstiff, holding that angle very, very awkwardly. Very nicely done as well, especially from ARCHANA Nitro. They need to figure a way to destroy that choke spot, or in this case, that really, really annoying window peak, where it's protected by a glass, but at the same time, they can see him, but he can also see whatever the angles that he wants to do. So it was a very, very difficult, I would say a hit glitch to play, but at the same time, ARCHANA Nitro had no answer to actually push that. They needed a way to lob a nade over, but they just don't have the angles for it.
Lobbing a nade over is understandably going to be one of the best plays that you can do right onto Escalator's catwalk, right? In the end, whoever is just going to be within the range of the frag grenade, you gotta have to run down the escalator no matter what, and that is going to compromise the position, and you have to be outside, or rather, you gotta have to be really exposed to your opponents. So in the end, it is all about their utility. So far, both of these teams are using their utilities more of a zoning tool in the early stages of the game, not exactly not really a zoning tool for them to engage into a fight or to clear angles, which is one of the unfortunate things. Oh! A blind spray right through the window manages to tag quite a lot of health of the opponents, and in the end, Beach did manage to get a kill down on the wheel while he only had like a sliver of health to work with. And that is when ARCHANA Nitro knew that they can no longer try to contest for bomb site B from the SLC window.
That was a pretty sick wallbang coming in from ENMA Forest, and just like that, they are going to be able to have potentially a huge lead now against ARCHANA Nitro. It's going to take everything coming from ARCHANA Nitro to actually make a comeback, and considering how Wheel has been taken out, they've got to pull a really, really big 1v3 situations, possibly, if they actually get the numbers in their favor. In this matchup, however, we do see Beach. They do scout this out. ARCHANA Nitro, they are going to try and go for the attempt once again on towards A side. Here comes Beach, goes for the pre-fire. He doesn't seem to connect, but eventually Beach will be taken out from Neroy. They still got 40 seconds to go for the reset, but it seems like the rest of ENMA 4S is going to be calling in the cavalry to go in for the supports. And now nades are also coming in. Jabs hoping to get a couple of lucky nice ones as well. The smoke comes in, doesn't seem to cover his escape, but Jack will come up on top, and that's going to be ENMA 4S flushing out ARCHANA Nitro.
Go, go, go!
4-3 now. ENMA 4S, they're just one round away to be able to just successfully take the first game in the bag. But the question is, will it really gonna be the case or not? Because looking at things, ARCHANA Nitro have decided to go for an aggressive push right onto bomb site B. Not looking good though, if you ask me. A lot of these members from the side of ENMA 4S has been going down, or maybe not ENMA 4S. They managed to turn it around, bring down every single one of the members from ARCHANA Nitro in such a flawless manner. And that was a surprise. It was a fast game on top of a fast game. Aggressiveness all across the board. We can pretty much say that these players are capable of playing safe, defensive, and decisive. But in the meantime, they can bring down the beast and can really show who is boss when the time calls for it.
Yeah, that was a crazy round. You know, I like how ARCHANA Nitro tried to go for a surprise B rush, which, considering that the entirety of the game they have been playing slow, they had the site in their favor. However, a big, massive backup spray down coming from ENMA 4S was just huge to actually just completely decimate them. It's just super unfortunate. They could not set up smokes in time. They could not retake and solidify their positions quickly before they get overrun. So nevertheless here, beautiful stuff coming from ENMA 4S, and hopefully ARCHANA Nitro will bounce back in game number 2. I'm looking forward to see more from these guys as well, because it was a pretty sick round here, Abstract.
Well, in the end, I really say that the match was really nicely played, right? Throughout the matches, it was very much back and forth. We don't, even as a commentator, I don't really have any idea what has been the strategy going around for these players. They have mostly played in a very slow, decisive manner. Maybe they're just trying to formulate some strategies. We haven't really quite seen very aggressive strat all across the board. That last round from ARCHANA was pretty good. They have been aggressive. They did manage to completely annihilate whoever is trying to anchor down onto the side. But once the retake comes in, that is where everything is just completely blown out of proportion. Because we're talking about Bullet Angel, especially when it comes to Dragon's New Lair. Once you take B side, there is a very apparent one-way line coming in from outside CG base, which is from bendings. You can actually shoot away all the way inside of bomb site B. So it is a very open up site. If you're unable to take controls of SLC window or perhaps even the CSG window, it is kind of tough for you to actually defend that site. So slow and steady, making sure that opponents are completely out of position, that will be best, because in the early stages of the round, they whoever is going to be on the defending side, they can be pretty aggressive, at least within their own territory. They will always bounce from one place to another. They will want to get some action going. So that happens all the time. You will always see people from A goes over to B. They second guess themselves. Maybe there's more people in B. Maybe there's more people in A. And during that point in time, the rotation coming in from CSG was just a little bit too fast. And that is one of the reasons why ENMA 4S manages to get themselves with that fast retake onto ARCHANA.
That's the thing, right? Like ARCHANA Nice Try, when they were playing on the defensive side, that was something that they were really good at. You know, their rotations has been really spot on. Their timings and their decision makings and their read on the information was really good. But when it came to going on the offensive side, that was something that they did not expect at all. They needed to formulate a plan to actually go for the offense. And I think midway, towards the second half, I think round number 6 onwards, ARCHANA Nice Try was kind of, I would say, they were put in a situation where it was extremely difficult to push down towards A side because of that very, very sick shot coming in from, I believe it was Frederick holding the angle and losing the round. That was just super, super unfortunate. But hopefully things are going to be better for them. But as of yet, these are your players for those guys watching for the semifinals here. ARCHANA Nice Try going to be losing out on game number 1. That is going to be putting ENMA Forest in the board in one more game away from making it towards the grand finals.
And now, ARCHANA versus ENMA 4S. Game number 2 is going to be lined up for us. And there we go. The game is going to happen right now. And for some reason, most of the players coming in from the blue side, they are playing things a little bit slowly. And the mid control made by Wheel is surprisingly really fast and definitely not something that I was expecting, as we are moving on to take a look at a new game here. And this new game, boy oh boy, is also one of my other favorite maps, because all you gotta do is just take control of middle and you pretty much got yourself the game in one pour.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But as of yet, you know, ARCHANA Nice Try, they've got a, you know, hopefully they will be able to bounce back from game 1, because this is going to be a very important one for them. Whereas ENMA Forest, they've got to be feeding themselves. Beach has been playing out its fine. I really like how Estilf is playing as well. So hopefully things are going to be a little bit better for them. But that's the thing, right? As of yet, ARCHANA Nice Try, they have not shown themselves. They shot a couple of bullets here and there. But Peach right now has one of the best vantage points to actually anchor them, or in this case double down, because it's going to be extremely hard to push out unless they manage to smoke him out. But meanwhile, rotations has been made. Frederick does scout him out while in the dance, and Peach, is he going to be able to take the bait? Meanwhile, Will is going to be getting taken out here from the other side of the map, and that's going to be ENMA Forest taking the lead, and ARCHANA Nice Try, they will lose out the numbers game.
That is the mid control being taken down really well. But unfortunately, Beach is going to be finding himself right onto heaven. And he should be able to get a really good view down onto bomb side A as much as possible. But with that all said, 4 versus 5. ENMA 4S, they definitely have the advantage here. So whatever they do, you gotta have to hold out. Because they are gonna be onto the CSG side after all. They can't be overly aggressive. While all of the players coming from the side of ARCHANA for nice try have decided to make their way over to bomb side B. Quite a lot of them is just gonna be taking it down to the control, even down onto elbow. And bomb side B being planted down. That is going to be 30 seconds left onto the clock. Oreo has got the control on the C4 as it was dropped, and ARCHANA nice try completely wiped out.
Yeah, it was such a difficult push, considering that they went in down towards B long. There was just so much advantage coming in, and they had no real answer to actually deal with Beach, who was pretty much up on the roof. They were just very, very hard position to actually push in, and it seems like they won't give up on the pushing to B. They are going to be focusing on the A side instead. This time, hopefully they will be able to open things up a little bit more. Oreo will be smoking this up. Arc to be in a very, very interesting position. We do scout this out coming in from ARCHANA. Nice try, and Oreo is gonna get the nicest spray. Seems like he's gonna try and push in towards the lurk smoke, and here comes the pre-fires coming in. He gets tagged up pretty low, but he needs to go for the reset, and ARCHANA nice try will get the site for themselves. Meanwhile, TYTYD is gonna take down a couple of trade-offs here, and it is gonna be a bloodbath from both the teams. Neroy with the double K 3v2 situation, but Jack goes into a bush and comes up on top. What a big clutch coming from ENMA 4S.
Let's do this.
Well, what a tempo the ENMA 4S have gotten for themselves. After winning the first game of this series, they have straight away went in for an amazing round, or rather two amazing round against ARCHANA nice try, and they have found themselves scurrying all over Z, with a decent amount of players onto top Z and a decent amount of players onto bottom Z. And they should be looking for some advances up onto the ramps and trying to make their way over to bomb side B.
Yeah, and as we get another attempt coming in from ARCHANA nice try. Once again, this time they are going to try and force Oreo out of position, but he won't get the spray down through the smoke, and they get another one on top of it all. Zets is going to be the next one to fall, as Elstif comes up on top. The trade-offs is good, and that's going to be ARCHANA nice try coming up on top. Jack has nowhere to hide, and that's going to be him getting taken out. TYD is going to be last man standing. He's going to be
what a bait!
Unfortunately, nothing he can do, and this time ARCHANA nice try will win out in the smoke race.
That was a really good aggressive play from the side of ARCHANA. All they gotta do is just take an entire control right onto Z, and from that point in time, ENMA 4S just don't really know how they could fight that out because of the massive amount of corners that they gotta have to look out for. Now, no one else is just gonna be holding themselves onto the middle at all, which is rather surprising. No one is in warehouse. Everyone is going to be inside of either upper B or elbow, at least for the side of ENMA 4S, and all the members from the side of ARCHANA have made their way over to Z. Now that they realize that there's a lot of utilities that's going to be tossed around bomb side B, there could be a possibility that ARCHANA nice try can actually just kind of turn it around and just run over to bomb side A instead.
Yeah, I really like this read coming from ENMA 4S. However, oh, that's just so unfortunate for him. He gets picked off in the while running into his cover. A nice headshot coming from ENMA 4S, and now here comes the flush comes in, and they come. Decimates them. Nicely done coming from ENMA 4S. They got the read. They know that ARCHANA nice try has been taking B side every single round, and they sent out 5 men to defend against that. What a great read coming from them.
That was literally just banking all of their eggs into one basket. Definitely not something that I was expecting, but hey, alas, it did manage to work out pretty darn well for them. Now, ENMA 4S is going to be on the attacking side now, and they are gonna do technically the same thing as what ARCHANA nice try did, and that is going to be pushing their way all the way over to Z. And for ARCHANA, they are doing pretty much the same thing. We do have one person just going to be holding themselves right into middle warehouse though, but Zed's spraying right through of all of that smoke. Doesn't seem like he will be able to get any nice shots going in through though. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade, while ENMA 4S have suffered quite a little bit of casualty, or rather 1 casualty, make that 2 casualty. Elsif, HP, down low, Tai also pretty down low, but it's okay because they're just going to be taking the side out. C4 planted down, all should be good, while they're trying to take control right down on the ramps. B Beach, oh boy, 2 kills to this name. Wheel still gonna be holding down onto the elbow, and Beach understands that he's gonna be in a pretty tough point. He does have the third person perspective. He will be able to see that Wheel is somewhere around there, and that is going to be the SLC that take themselves yet another round. And ENMA 4S, they're just one more round away before they heads off to the grand finals.
That was a beautiful execution coming from ENMA 4 as Arcana Nice Try was caught in a very, very awkward position. They tried to go for a couple of very interesting smokes, but I must say ENMA 4's smokes, their lineups has been really, really on point. They smoked out very, very important, especially into us isolating the backside of B. But will this track work again? Because as of yet now, Arcana Nice Try, they're banging all their baskets on B, else they will get a couple of trade-offs, but ENMA 4S seems to be losing out in terms of numbers game as they get picked off. Arcana Nice Try just completely swarming on towards ENMA 4S in this particular round.
Oh, right when I thought that could be the decider. Right when I thought that ENMA 4S can actually win the game with only giving 1 point to Arcana Nice Try, that did not happen. As now, moving on to round number 7. How is this round gonna be like? Will Arcana Nice Try be able to try to tally out the score as much as possible? It could be. They have managed to bank all of their eggs in one basket once again. While ENMA 4S does seem like quite a lot of them like to play within of Z, but we're looking at some form of retreat here. Some of them have found themselves into red, and I think that they might actually make their way over to warehouse. Yes, they are gonna be in warehouse.
Yeah, it seems like a very cheeky push coming in, but it seems like, is it going to be coming up? ENMA 4S going to make an attempt. They are going to try and go towards A side instead, but it seems like Arcana Nice Try. They are going to be heading a couple of nice, interesting one plays as well. Nero is still holding out the rooftop. They will have the advantage, and they know exactly where our ENMA 4S is, and they've got a perfect defense. They take down Elstiff as well as Wheel, but it's going to be a 4v4. It's still in the hands of ENMA 4S, but it seems like ENMA 4S, they are going to back off and head towards the other B side once again.
It's literally gonna be a back and forth push and pull kind of game, but Beach, oh, could not manage to find himself the kill. Just gonna be left tight high. And he still went down a little bit too much, covering fire from the side of Arcana Nice Try. And they've managed to get themselves yet another point and yet another game in the back, 3-4. ENMA 4S unfortunately is choking real hard and they are unable to close out the game. What must change? What is going to be their next method of attack? How should they be able to successfully and convincingly take this game from now on? It's a little bit tough, not gonna lie. But they have tried B. They have tried A. B is the only one that is a little bit easier to attack due to the fact that it is a lot more isolated. And A is literally right close to middle warehouse. So usually no one will want to go for A, but if it sets as an element of surprise, I guess why not?
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's going to be a really important one coming from ENMA 4S. But as of yet, you can see ENMA 4S, they're just taking out the numbers. They're losing a couple members. Arcana Nice Try. They are going to try and make a bounce back. But the most important question right now is that the defenders has had so much advantage in this map, and currently Arcana Nice Try, they've got the numbers, and ENMA 4S, I'm looking forward to see how it all comes out to the decider match later on, because as of yet, I don't think they can actually win the round, but I don't know, I might be speaking a little bit too soon.
Yeah, I mean, I always say, you know, it's not over until the fat lady sings, but in this case, it's kind of tough for us to say that ENMA 4S stands a really good chance in winning. They're gonna have to huddle together and try to find a way to attack the bomb sites. But we are talking about Whampoa. This is the map that encourages the CSG to actually just put a lot of their members in a single site. And that is not gonna be easy. Oh no, Beach, you're trying to pick this in a slow manner. Not good at all. Not good. No, do not pick that slowly. That is just a big mistake. Frederick, whoever is going to be beside that door on that corner is going to be an easy angle of attack. So, unfortunately for ENMA 4S, with only 2 members to the name, there's just no chance for them to be able to fight against Arcana Nice Try here. And that is going to be a decider. 4-4.
to the target. Planted.
Yeah, that's gonna be a very, very annoying one. But as of yet, it's gonna be a do-or-die situation. Arcana Nice Try this time, they will have the defender's advantage. Both teams has won their respective round on the defender side so far. And ENMA 4S, they've got to pull the biggest W if they want to take the clean 2-0. Meanwhile, Arcana Nice Try. They are gonna be smoking up once again. Seems like they are pretty much blinded, but this time ENMA 4S playing it extremely safe compared to before. And it's going to be a very, very difficult situation to be in as of yet. It seems like it is going to be slowing down as of now because both sides, they understand how important this final round is. And I feel like Arcana Nice Try, they're just making a very smart play, but they need to find a way to get a very nice opening pick. That's pretty much the most ideal situation for them.
Oh man, 4-4. All 5 players, they are still alive. Look at all of the frag grenades. Oh, it did manage to tag one down, or rather tag a good amount of damage right onto the members. Arcana Nice Try have got 1 members down, and it would make a lot of sense for the members of ENMA 4S to actually play it a little bit slower, because now that they know that they have the man advantage, they can just play it slow, go for the dance, and try to get themselves right back onto a healthy health. And for now, they still want to take the control down of the B. A lot of smoke grenades has been popped, and trying to waste all of their utilities is understandably gonna be one of the best ideas that they can put out for themselves. But in the end, what will Arcana Nice Try do? This is tough, man. 4 versus 5, and this is the decider game. Especially since ENMA 4S, they are literally just going to be popping right out. All 3 of them peeking right down the lane. But Neroy, he did manage to tag a decent amount of players coming in from both sides. He's still going to be holding him up onto upper mid. He takes one down right on the tie. Frederick onto 1. A lot of trades back and forth. But unfortunately, Neroy from the side of Arcana is going to be the last member remaining. And that is going to be Elstiff. Takes the game for the team. And ENMA 4S successfully gotten themselves rounds after rounds again. This final game, no less. This is quite a tough and a very close game, but in fact, they managed to close out the game, and that is the most important one. They, ENMA 4S, heads over to the grand finals, and unfortunately for Arcana Nice Try, they're going to move down to the bronze match and fight against ENMA Galaxy to fight for the 3rd place.
That was crazy. Like, I did not expect to happen here because it seems like everything was in control for Nice Try, but eventually it just, yeah, I don't know. It like everything went according to plan, right? If you think about it, they've got the site on themselves. They've got so much control. They know for a fact that there's no way they are going to be pushing A side, because A side is just not. Like, it was so difficult to push, right? Like, we saw multiple instances for both teams, especially for ENMA 4S as well as Arcana Nice Try, make that attempt, but it just doesn't work out. There's just not enough angles. They need a way to shut down that vantage, or in this case, the rooftop on B side. But I feel like overall in general, ENMA 4S played it extremely patient. They got a very, very nice pick, and they went in for the suppressive fire to actually retake the site. Just opened up so much possibilities for ENMA 4S. That was a very, very clutch final round to watch. A very, very good one to end the series, especially for ENMA 4S.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. When it comes down to the wire, it kind of seems as though Arcana Nice Try could actually turn the game around, right? They had the tempo, they had the momentum, and especially since they managed to win so many rounds when ENMA 4S has been stuck on their chokehold. They're just choking and unable to find the best way to open things up. But once ENMA 4S finally found that one peak, that one kill was so important, and they can go for that reset. Once they go for the reset, everyone is full and healthy. They can once again attack with no holes barred. And they can just take their time, as you can pretty much see. They went out of their containers one after another. They popped heads after heads after heads. And last, it was a really good refrag from both sides. But in the end, because of the man disadvantage onto the side of Arcana Nice Try, they just could not keep up with the aggression.
Yeah, that was a very difficult round to play. I'm not gonna lie, that was extremely hard to play. But nevertheless, here, congratulations to ENMA4S because they will be your next. I would say your your second representatives coming from Indonesia going in towards the C region coming up this week. And I must say, you know, both ENMAs got both tickets here. Seems like you know, ENMA is pretty strong. That's right.
Yeah. ENMA, they definitely know how they scout their players, and they definitely know who are the best few players within the region when it comes to Bullet Angel. But once again, I believe that the question is guaranteed. I'm gonna have to ask this every time, right? Who do you think is the MVP here?
Oh,
do you have an answer?
Oh, I honestly don't. Like, I feel like they look so good in general. They really look so solid as a team. There was not really a really flashy standout compared to the rest, but yeah. I don't know. It was kind of like really balanced. But I'm looking forward to see how the MVP is here because now we are going to be announcing the MVP for the second series here, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Oreo.
Oreo.
All right.
Okay. But you were right, IC baby. They are all very balanced on top of one another, right? We don't necessarily have any like star players from the side of 4S or even from ARCHANA. They all blend together with one another pretty well, and they are all pretty much on the equal amount of skill level. So they have really good communication with one another, and of course they are able to set their strategies and set their sides straight to know what to do. With a total of 16 kills, 10 deaths and 7 assists, this does not beat the previous MVP though, but I still gotta have to say it is a really good fight between these two. And now when it comes to looking at least from the MVP side, it kind of seems as though Olympus may be able to hold a candle against 4S, or perhaps even be able to completely wipe out 4S before we could even blink.
Yeah, definitely for sure. But overall in general, that was a pretty beautiful run coming from ENMA4S, and I'm looking forward to see how the grand finals is going to be duking out because both ENMA teams has shown really good cards, especially in the first series between ENMA Galaxy and also Olympus. This time, Olympus versus 4S. Who's going to be the better ENMA into the grand finals? That is something I'm looking forward to see.
I'm pretty sure that every single one of you guys are looking forward to that as well. The question is, who's going to be the better ENMA? Well, 4S or Olympus? You guys gotta have to check out the answer only after a short little break, because once we are back from the break, we will be presenting to you guys the grand finals of the Indonesia qualifiers for the Bullet Angel Challenger Series number 2. And there could be a chance that we will drop some CD keys for you guys too. So make sure you guys don't go anywhere, as we will be right back.
He's going to take down one, he's going to take down two! Oh no, he's going to miss his shot here, but one more shot now, spacing here, and gets a double kill as well. But then he falls down, Tiger. 1 versus 3, very difficult situation. He's going to get sandwiched down by Denver, Holy, and Wolf. Getting all the kills right now in the double kill from the side of the dude. GGWP to PGA. Looking at angles, takes down Wolf, and that will be the third point from the side. Defending side, or the blue side, and already first blood coming in, and a follow-up kill coming in for 4 members here. Woohoo! 9 kills, 3 deaths, and 1 stab. Taken out Senzo Rosento, trading off here again in long A. Take a look onto the opponents of the X-Blockers. Trita and Zenta takes another kills on a couple of trading kills already, but then the strengthening numbers in X-Blocker, leading on the MRX and Rambo left alive, but with the triple kills. MRX takes down Senzo with MRX with a double kill as well right here. Holding on to ground with the triple kills. Oh my goodness, strong loser. MRX is on fire with Tom with a double kill as well. Dude, this guy is just a beast. Going in already with the first blood. Oh, he's just pushing in like a boss right now. With double kill onto Edward and Senzo. What a play! look at the corners. He's gonna take down one. He's gonna take down two. Oh no, he's gonna miss his shot here. But one more shot down. Spacing here and gets a double kill as well. But then he falls down. Tiger 1 versus 3. Very difficult situation. He's gonna get sandwiched down by Denver holding and Wolf. Getting all the kills right now in the double kill from the side of Zadil. GGWP to PGA. Looking at angles, takes down Wolf, and that will be the third point from the side. Defending side, or the blue side, and already first blood coming in, and a follow-up kill coming in for 4 members here. Woohoo! 9 kills, 3 deaths, and 1 stab. Taken out Senzo Gonzento trading off here again in long A. Take a look onto the opponents of the X-Blockers. Trita and Zenta takes out the kills on a couple of trading kills already, but then the strengthening numbers in X-Blocker leading on the MRX and then more left alive, but with the triple kills. MRX takes down Senzo with MRX with a double kill as well right here. Holding on the ground with the triple kills. Oh my goodness, strong loser. MRX is on fire with Tom with a double kill as well. Dude, this guy is just a beast. Going in already with the first blood. Oh, he's just pushing in like a boss right now. With double kill onto Everett and Senzo. What a play.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time, and the time is nigh when we are gonna be looking at the grand finals of the Bullet Angel Challenger Series number 2. And this, of course, is going to be the Indonesian side. And who is the one and the representative that will be heading off to the Southeast Asia qualifiers? Or rather the Southeast Asia top 8, it is going to be ENMA 4S as well as ENMA Olympus, which will be happening on this weekend. But for now, let us not get ahead of ourselves, because the important thing is now is that who is going to be the top Bullet Angel team in Indonesia, 4S or Olympus? We gotta have to watch to find out. But before that, my name is Abstract. With me here is IC Baby 12, and we are gonna be your casters for this final game.
Yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying yourself, but as of yet, I'm looking forward to see how these two teams can be making a grand finals. Personally, I don't want to play favorites, but I'm gonna do it right now. I feel like Olympus has got a really strong shot. You know, after seeing 2 series so far, I feel like Olympus is just, you know, stronger. You know, maybe they've you know, a balanced team makes the dream work, but I like the flashy plays, you know what I'm talking about, Abstract, you know?
I personally understand where you come from, and I would want to put my coin onto Olympus too, but unfortunately, you know, we gotta have to have some nice little balance across the map, right? So I'm putting my coin for ENMA 4S. You know, they could be able to surprise us, and they could be able to bring Olympus down one way or another. As we go through the lineup, of course, we are looking at R1Z Korek, the MVP of the previous game, Neko, Nymph, and Yanto, representing the side of ENMA Olympus. And for ENMA 4S, we have Oreo, Beach. Oreo, by the way, is the MVP in the previous series. Oreo, Beach, Elstiff, Jack and Tai. Or is it TT? I'm not too sure.
TYTYD. You know, thank you, D. I guess.
Yeah.
But
TY.
anyways,
I'm
you
calling
know,
TY.
TY, yeah. That's the thing, right? Like, I really like the star player coming from more, correct, OP? But from the side of E4S, I really like the teamwork coming from Jack 4S as well as Ostip. It feels like it works. You know, they're very, very low key, but they're so hard to push at the same time. But that's the thing, when we're comparing with the dual combos when it comes to supporting or in this case, anchoring down together in a side, I feel like Nymph, OP, and Neko is also a force to be reckoned with. So I don't know, it feels like it's so hard to decide, but the only reason why I put my coin on towards Eno is just because of Corey OP. That's pretty much it.
I kind of want to say that too. But
no, stop stealing my lines.
But okay, moving on from the MVPs and of course the players itself, I want to address the audience a little bit here since we're going to be jumping into the game real soon. You may have realized that, yeah, we haven't dropped a CD key ever since the end of the first series, and I want to give more to you guys, but unfortunately, you guys gotta have to wait for it. I'm not trying to be a masochist or anything, but if you guys really want that CD key, you'll have to watch all the way to the end, because that's my way of telling you guys to watch on for who will be the Indonesia top Bullet Angel team. And only after that, we will drop that CD key for you. So make sure you guys don't go anywhere.
Yep, and as of yet, the match will start off, and as you can see, on Olympus' perspective, they are going to be playing on the defender side. Meanwhile, from the side of 4S, they are going to be playing on the attacker side. This time, it seems like both teams, they perfectly understand what is going on with each other's strategy, but mid-control seems to be the way that MO4S is going to be tackling out. They're hoping to get an opening pick before they actually push in. And once again, Olympus, we know them for very, very defensive maneuvers. They've set up two guys going against TYTYD. It took almost forever, but eventually they will take them down. However, Neko and Banyu taking a little bit too much damage in that sense.
And just gonna be moving on. This is, after all, gonna be a map on ECE. And surprisingly, coming in from the fact that quite a lot of the SLCs had already made their way right onto bomb side A, which is pretty darn scary if you ask me. The C4 has yet to be planted, and now it's gonna be dropped on the floor. And I mean, technically it is planted down. I'm not too sure about that, but correct. It's gonna be the last member remaining coming from the side of Olympus. Just gonna be absolutely eliminated. And ENMA 4S has found themselves the first round 1.
Holy cow, I did not expect that at all, but that was a very, very clean tactical push coming from ENMA, and I did not expect it at all, because ENMA Olympus completely dropping the ball in that particular round, especially when they had 3 guys pushing out B and not checking on those angles. It seems like they're just not warmed up yet. However, 4S will be making another attempt. They are not going to be playing mid control. They have confidence for the switch up. They are going to be trying to contest B side instead.
It is going to be a rather slow game now. ENMA 4S just going to be working their way through a little bit of a 1-for-1 trade. Korik, his HP has dropped all the way down to half HP, but he should be safe and sound at least inside of stores. So at least all of these crates will be able to help him, but now he's gonna go 1v1 against Jack, and that is going to be a total of 2 kills for Jack already. Oreo finds himself right next! Oh boy, amazing kills all across the map, and that is amazing amount of kills that's gonna be stacked up onto Jack. A total of 6 kills and 2 for Oreo.
You know, as the saying goes, man, talent can only bring you so far. Teamwork is what the dream work at ENMA for. Yeah, just showing them why they're so good. Oreo, what a big round for him. However, now with the opening pick here in round number 3, Beach 4S will take down Korek. Means it is gonna be a 5v4 situation here, Abstract. My goodness. Now the spray does from afar.
Oh,
my goodness, this is completely destroying ENMA Olympus. What is going on?
Well, ENMA 4S, they are so aggressive. this is the point in time where we know for sure the ENMA 4S, they have an idea, they have information as to how Olympus plays, and they know, as a matter of fact, that they are on top of Olympus in terms of the power rankings, and they are just showing their power, their aggression, their skill cap. And this is literally peak performance, looking at how one-sided this is. This is technically also ENMA 4S saying, haha, IC baby, you chose wrong.
We're both chose wrong, bro. What are you
Hey,
talking
no, I
about?
chose ENMA 4S.
Alright, but the game will continue. It's not over yet to the Fat Lady Sings, but as of yet, 3-0, Neko OP playing a little bit slow. This time, ENMA Olympus gonna be doubling down on towards B side instead. Perhaps, but it seems like they've sent. Sorry, Korek OP alone on B side, gonna be contesting the rest. That's gonna be a pretty tough play to work with. Meanwhile, the sprays are coming down. Beach is going to be opening up a little bit more, but seems like the sprays coming from Olympus is good, and Beach is going to be the last man standing. He wins his spray down. It's going to be a 1v2 situation. He's going to be on the hunt. He's jumping around. He doesn't want to get headshotted, but Nekon a little bit too low. He needs to heal himself up from the side of ENMA Olympus.
And now we have a massive amount of downfall for ENMA 4S with Beach. It's gonna be the last member remaining from his side. He's got 2 players that he gotta have to kill. And not to forget, we have seen before how Beach plays. Neko and R1Z onto the side of ENMA Olympus. Can they defend themselves against this one Lone Ranger though? I'm not too sure, but he's gonna go for some pre-fires. He's going into the side where it just happens to have one player around. Neko, he does have eyes right on top of Beach. He almost managed to tag a couple of bit in the end. Beach, he managed to tag 2 of them to a decent amount, but not enough to kill any of them.
Yeah, he needed the really good two-tap headshot to actually get the kill, which was very difficult to do considering the circumstances. Very well deserved. However, now with the second half coming in, that is gonna be the roles reversed this time. Well, we are gonna see the opening pick coming in. Beach will take down Neko from the get-go. ENMA 4S showing dominance on the defender side. And what is this aggressive push? Beach is got 2. He's looking for the third. He sees a leg and he's gonna go creep up behind him and he goes for the hunt. Banyu gonna be running for his near-death lives. He knows exactly where he is, and Peach will get the triple as ENMA 4S completely steamrolls ENMA Olympus.
Mission success.
Ho ho ho! 4 is to 1. We are getting closer and closer over to match point. I don't think that anyone, at least for me and IC, right? I didn't expect that the game would be so slightly one-sided in this case, because it kind of seems like these 2 teams, they are pretty darn strong. And Korek finally finding his edge in this game, and he managed to get a kill down onto one of the enemies over here. But in the end, all across the board, ENMA 4S, they have been finding themselves kills on top of kills. Just gonna be left with Yado as well as Neko to fend for themselves, while the most of ENMA 4S have managed to breach their way on through to A side. And Neko, last member remaining, not looking good, especially since this is match point.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really tough one, but it seems like that's gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. ENMA 4S takes the first round in the grand finals against ENMA Olympus with a convincing 5-1. Who would have thought the grand finals would be this dominant coming from ENMA 4S? Because I take my words back. I sincerely take my words back, but at the same time, I don't want to backpedal. I believe in Olympus still.
Deserter! Deserter! You almost wanted to desert that team. Olympus, come on!
Oh my goodness.
I see, maybe you can't do this to Olympus, alright? Have faith in them. It's not over until the Fat Lady sings, okay?
Yeah. It seems like it's over for first round, you know. It's pretty much over for
First round, you know. A little bit of a handicap, okay? We'll just say that Olympus gave them a handicap and just be like, yo, you know what? We can do this. Let's just make the game a little bit spicier. We'll give you the first game of that series, and then we'll come back with a reverse sweep.
Yeah. You know, I know I know about the caster's curse, but I'm gonna tell you here. So far, all the series thus far has been a clean 2-0s, and seeing how dominant and
Great, you cursed it
with that game. I feel like I don't know. I feel like game 3. I want to see Olympus make it into game 3. I really want to see that too. But so far, I did not expect Correct to be underperforming in the game. Maybe it was just in between game, I would say chills, you know, not really warm-up runs yet. But I feel like Forest just completely dumpstered Olympus in that game. Like, I have no idea how, but they were just so confident just with this aggressive push. Beach was just playing out of his mind. Oreo as well. It was like, especially with Oreo, what was that push? Oh my goodness, that was crazy coming from them.
Like, I can understand that you can push pretty far ahead. But how? How do you push to the point that you find yourself on the enemy's flank? 2 of them. Like, they were literally stacking on top of one another like a domino. And somehow, they couldn't land a shot on the Oreo, and that was a clean sweep coming from the side of MR4S. I am thoroughly impressed with the mobility coming in from MR4S, and unfortunately, at least for MR Olympus, they may be a little bit cold-handed, cold feet, you know, they don't really know how to deal against with MR4S. Alas, yes, they did manage to take 1 round for themselves, but 1 round just ain't enough.
Yeah, I feel like 1 round is just not enough. Maybe it's just not the best map for themselves. But I'm looking to see how game 2 is going to be happening for both teams. You know, it seems like 4S, they just completely outgunned Olympus on every front. Beach was just popping up hits after hits alongside with Oreo. But I think it might have been tilt, especially coming from the first 2 rounds, especially when they were able to go all the way back. They were able to punish members from MR Olympus, which felt kind of weird, right? Considering that how communicative they are, especially in their first series against the other team. It's just weird to see that everything that they've come up to this point, and even in the grand finals, yes, arguably, yeah, you've qualified the tickets, but for them to not take this as a training, it's kind of weird. It's just personally weird for me.
You know, I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, right? It's just a small little handicap, or maybe they're just trying to find a way to get themselves back into the groove. At least for ENMA, for the side of ENMA Olympus, they're trying to find themselves back in the game, and especially since that the game that they played was literally the first series, I would say that they probably don't have that momentum, they don't have that tempo, and they just maybe don't really quite have the confidence. While E4S, after having such a nice game against ARCHANA, I would say that was probably it, right? They are so confident that they won against ARCHANA, they shouldn't have a problem against Olympus, and that would suggest why they are playing so aggressively against Olympus. In fact, that was one of the most aggressive games that we have seen all across the board for today. And are they going to be moving on with that momentum onto the second game of the series and continue that aggression? That is the biggest question, because if they are going to do that, it's either going to be super good for them and they're just going to be passing with flying colors, or they're just going to absolutely flop.
Yeah, and it seems like, game 2 is going to be on its way. Hopefully, they will be able to recover game 1 from Olympus. But MR4S, they're going to be in a comfortable position. Look at them. They're straight up dancing from the get-go. They know it's in the bag from game 1. And hopefully, they will get another clean sweep here in game number 2. But as of yet, the game will begin. As you can see, Jack4S is going to be starting things off with a couple of flashbangs. And Olympus, they are blinded from the get-go. Hiya, MR4S. Gonna be winning up on these traders from the sides. It seems like Jack4S is very far deep down mids. This does spot out Yanto. Riz gonna be taking a little bit too much damage, but he's gonna try and make a run for it as of yet. Olympus gonna be conceding a little. Sorry, MR4S is gonna be conceding a little bit more. Gonna go for the reset before making the push. Now, Abstract.
Yeah, I mean, for R1, it kind of seems as though his positioning and design was a good one. It kind of seems as though he could have popped someone off at that point in time, but it didn't quite work out. Jack, he actually saw the small little leg peeking right out from the small little corner, but unfortunately wasn't able to react on time and decided to go for the third-person perspective to get a little bit more information. In the meantime, Neko found himself knocked right down by the hands of the members from ENMA4S, and do note that the labels are flipped. ENMA4S is going to be onto the left side, and ENMA Olympus is onto the right side. So ENMA Olympus, they are the one that will be on to SLC. So they will be attacking first. And look at that, with that fast game aggression. Oh, sorry. ENMA Olympus, they are the one that is attacking. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so a little bit of a confusion there even for myself. But so far, ENMA4S doing a pretty decent job, I would say, when it comes to trying to defend their side here. But
wow!
TY holding his ground so well, managing to bring one down and still ran down the escalator with no thoughts at all. He literally became the calamity and just ran straight in the opponents. Didn't need to think at all.
Yeah, that was a pretty sick run. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a reason why that escalator window was so good. Like, TY played that head glitch so well to a point it just completely destroyed ENMA Olympus. Meanwhile, now the push comes in. Orio's gonna be looking for the next push. Here comes the nades as well, and immediately Olympus, they just get completely caught off. That might be it. And just like that, ENMA4S just takes a very convincing 2-0 in this second series, in these 2 rounds. My goodness, what is going on?
That was just dominating coming in from the opponent, from the side of ENMA4S. They're not gonna give the opponents any time to think at all, and that aggression is pretty darn scary. Or rather, ENMA4S, they are just holding out really well. Elstif takes one down on Iyano, and ENMA Olympus, they are gonna be on SLC after all, so with that man disadvantage, is definitely a lot tougher for them to play. And TY pops right out, going in for the very small little peaks, short peaks, trying to look for the 1% that's just gonna be right at the edge of the corner. He almost got the kill onto the Kabi, but he knows that he can't go for the full swing. Oh! Through the smoke! Insane! Elstif! Insane! And he decided to go for a quick little dance, and he should be good.
Oh my goodness, that was a pretty sick shot here, but now the jump is not over yet. Jack is going to continue with the pressure as well. ENMA Olympus not expecting this kind of aggression from the defenders, as ENMA4S just completely destroying them through the smoke. The amount of pressure coming in now. Jack 4S going for the bush. He immediately gets shot out of the way as well. Now the trade-off coming. Oreo is going to be successful, and that's going to be ENMA4S taking 3-0 in this second series. Oh my goodness, it's crazy.
Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I have no words for this. Grand Finals! This is the Grand Finals, guys. How is it so one-sided? But, you know what? In the meantime, it kind of seems as though the party may actually head over to B-side. We do have ENMA4S holding on to the CSG window. And as for Elstif, he's just going to be holding that entire lane, waiting for someone to appear. It's not exactly a very good stance here, unfortunately, because the opponents can just use the third-person perspective in order to find out where Elstif is, and they won't want to appear or try to go for the immediate headshot. But TY decides to go on to the aggressive, decides to go for the pre-firing through the boxes. Didn't really quite connect any of those shots, but ENMA Olympus found themselves 3 kills to their name. R1 and Nico, it's gonna be the last 2 members remaining going from side of ENMA Olympus. How are they supposed to get themselves right out of this? The Kabi is not looking too well. R1Z, last man available, right onto the fountain, only for himself to find himself completely sandwiched down by ENMA4S. And that was just an aggressive showing. They are not intending to give Olympus any time to breathe at all.
That was crazy. Using the run and gun strategy coming from 4S is just insane. They just made sure that Olympus was so afraid to pick out and just completely flushed them out into a choke spot and so overrun them with power. That was crazy coming from ENMA4S. One more game away and they will take the crown away from Olympus. 4S, are they going to be able to going for the run once again? It seems like it might actually happen, but as of yet, UOID playing the bit slow. They are going to be checking their corners bit by bit. Suppressive fires has been made. The smoke's also going to be used from ENMA 4S. Meanwhile, ENMA Olympus, they're just taking their own sweet time for the retake. They lose Yanto, they lose Riz, and they lose everybody! ENMA 4S are your champions! Oh my goodness! 5-0 sweep in game number 2. Holy moly, Abstract. The fastest grand finals ever.
That was too decisive. That is way too decisive. Congratulations over to ENMA 4S. Literally beating the dead cops over and over and over again. It's really unfortunate to see that ENMA Olympus is unable to even get any rounds off of ENMA 4S when we are looking at the Dragon's New Lair. And in the end, they have only gotten themselves one round won away from ENMA 4S all in all. Dominating fashion all across the board. Congratulations, ENMA 4S. They are your Indonesia best Bullet Angel team.
Yeah, man, they are the angels, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like that felt like an angel in disguise, but at the same time, that felt like the devil, man. That was crazy. That was crazy. Nevertheless, here, all in all, props towards ENMA 4S. They are going to be their champions. However, still, congratulations to both ENMA Olympus as well as ENMA 4S, because they are going to be your Indonesia representatives for the Southeast Asia. I would say the matches here are going to be happening throughout this current weekend, but still, nevertheless, it's going to be an interesting one, for them to set up a tempo. Olympus, losing out, it's fine. 4S taking the W. It just shows that if you think about it, right? If you think about what happened in the previous game, Nice Try was actually giving ENMA 4S a run for their money. That was crazy. Like,
everything was pretty much down to the wire if you think about it. Like, ENMA 4S technically won both of the games by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
So honestly, that could pretty much mean that ARCHANA Nice Try may actually have similar results against ENMA Galaxy. So I'm having a little bit of a reservation for ENMA Galaxy, because this really helps us understand the power rankings, right? ENMA 4S clearly above everyone else, and technically slightly above of ARCHANA Nice Try, because ARCHANA Nice Try did a really good job against ENMA 4S. And in the end,
I've got some surprise for you, Abstract,
Right?
I've got a little bit surprised. Like, based on our understanding, Nice Try should be, in the rankings, right? But guess what? I've just heard from production, Galaxy actually won against Nice Try. Holy moly. ENMA is just, wow. Yes, the look on your face tells me otherwise. I see where you're coming from, but Galaxy beat Nice Try.
Statistics is a lie, guys. Statistics is a lie. You can take as though this piece of receipt is statistics. Yeah, toss it right out. You don't need statistics, because in the end, it's just about who plays better in the game. In this time, ENMA 4S plays way better than ENMA Olympus, and ARCHANA Nice Try didn't do as well as ENMA Galaxy. So it kind of made me think, what would happen if ENMA 4S actually went out to fight against ENMA Galaxy, though? Unfortunately, we won't see that. But what we will see, though, is going to be looking at who is going to be the MVP of that grand final game. I think we don't really have to think too much, right?
No way! I thought it was gonna be Oreo or Beach, but ladies and gentlemen, the MVP for the grand finals is gonna be none other than Jack 4S with a total of 16 kills, 4 deaths, and 1 assist here in the Bullet Angel Challenger Series 2 Indonesia Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, congratulations, Jack 4S. Congratulations indeed.
A big congratulations indeed. I'm absolutely speechless. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, I have told you guys to stay and just literally watch as the entire grand finals unfolds, because what happens after the grand finals is that a CD key will be dropped. And I promised you guys, I said it, the CD key will be dropped and it will be down below. So make sure you guys go over and claim that CD key. Alright, so make sure you type it out. In fact, I'm a very nice person, so I'm gonna be typing that out for all of you guys so that you guys can just copy and paste it within the game. If you're watching this from the mobile, I'm gonna be pasting this in the Facebook live stream of Bullet Angel. So if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching it on the Bullet Angels client, unfortunately you can't see it, but you're gonna have to do that yourself.
You're so nice, Abstract. Like, I swear, you're such a nice guy. But I'm a little bit curious here. You know, the CD key stands for BACS2BPOUOXC, right? BACS2, pretty sure it's what? Bullet Angels Challenges Series 2. But what about the rest? What's the abbreviations from that?
Right. So let me break it down for you. All right. It means BPOX. It's not an abbreviation.
I totally did not expect that, but okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I gotta have to say that was a good element of surprise, I would say, and I believe that I caught him completely off guard, and I am very happy about that. But unfortunately, we have come to an end of today, but not necessarily the end of the Bullet Angel Challenger Series number 2 though, because it does seem like we actually have a lot more coming out for you guys this entire week. So for tomorrow, I believe that we have the Thailand finals that will be streamed at the same time too.
Yep, and looking forward to see how the Thailand finals is going to be looking forward towards tomorrow's games as well. I heard there is going to be a pretty interesting game coming from the Thailand finals as well. Rumors has it Thailand is really strong from the Bullet Angel community. But as of yet, I don't know why you guys stick around for tomorrow. But as of yet, that is pretty much it here for the Indonesian finals. I'm looking forward to see you guys later in the near future. But as of yet, we are going to be closing out the series. Once again, you guys are watching the Bullet Angel Challenger Series 2 Indonesia Finals. My name is ICB12 and he is Abstract. And we will be signing out. See you tomorrow.
Take care.
corners. He's going to take down one. He's going to take down two. Oh no, he's going to miss his shot here. But one more shot down. Spacing here. And gets a double kill as well. But then he falls down Tiger. 1 versus 3. Very difficult situation. He's going to get sandwiched down by Denver holding and Wolf. Getting all the kills right now in the double kill from the side of the deal. GGWP to PGA. Looking at angles, takes down Wolf, and that will be the third point from the side. Defending side, or the blue side, and already first blood coming in, and a follow-up kill coming in for 4 members here. Woohoo! 9 kills, 3 deaths, and 1 stab. Taken out Senzo goes enter trading off here again in long A. Take a look onto the opponents of the X-Blockers. Striker as Zenta takes out the kills on a couple of trading kills already, but then the strengthening numbers in X-Blocker leading on the MRX and then boy left alive, but with the triple kills. MRX takes down Senzo with MRX with a double kill as well right here. Holding on to ground with the triple kills. Oh my goodness, strong loser. MRX is on fire with Tom with a double kill as well. Dude, this guy is just a beast. Going in already with the first blood. Oh, he's just pushing in like a boss right now with double kill onto Airwell and Senzo. What a play.